About to start. Hoi 4 Worlds is back on the menu. Some music. Let's unmute. There's the midge man. How you doing, man?
That was wild, because I heard you say unmute and then you started speaking again. That was weird. That's what I get for listening to the stream. How you doing, Tommy?
A bit sick. I wasn't sick in a while. It happens. And other than that, I'm balding heavily lately. It's getting worse and worse. I think you have great hair. I remember, right? You have really good hair.
I have been blessed with hair genes from my father's side. My grandfather, who passed away last year, he still had a full head of like dark hair at like 98. Like
good genetics, Sam.
Yeah. Mother's side's not so lucky, so it's a 50-50 coin flip when I get that old. But you know, right now I'm thankful.
And gentlemen, wait, this music is not epic enough. We need some epic music. There we go. I'm excited for today, because today's games is, first of all, Mohammed is finally playing the one-on-one league. He's been chilling a bit in the beginning, probably just hanging out. In my opinion, and on paper, probably the best player in the world right now. Mohammed is fighting Pedzio here, someone I don't know. Maybe he can make a name for himself. And the legendary Muppet from the Twitch chat, one of the most legendary meme lords this stream has ever seen, Chicken Little, is fighting Christoph today. Christoph, I think I just sent him $250 yesterday for the Hoi International. So also a very, very good player. But before we start, if you want to do this, Mitch, I don't know if this is wrong, but do you want to talk real quick about what happened, what's going on, or rather not? Or?
Sure, I can cover it if you'd prefer. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, commanders of all ages, unfortunately there was some bad news that came out this week. Due to unforeseen circumstances, we are no longer able to host an audience for the Hoi 4 Worlds. It honestly, on my own standpoint, I was so hyped to actually have an audience there, and like it's as devastating to all of us like putting on the production as like it will be to you guys. But it's basically the arena in which we were holding the event has shut down. They closed their gaming bar on 3rd of March, on my birthday. How dare they? They closed their gaming bar, and then they were trying to still facilitate the events, but an event of our scale, just it's not going to be feasible. And whilst we over at Speed 5 could possibly desperately try to make a scrounge to see what we could find to try and get an event going, we decided that it wouldn't be fair on people who've already bought tickets and the rest of you to like hold off and then maybe cancel it last minute. That would be totally wrong of us, and like we couldn't in good conscience like hold on to that. So apparently the world just wasn't ready for Hoi. That's correct, Twitch subscriber, and I'm calling you out because Jazza, like, because you are a sub, and that's real sub behavior there. Like you're not one of those non-subs. But yeah, no, it basically it comes down to essentially we were like, we could try, but we wouldn't want to. Whilst it's disappointing, it's better for us to cancel that portion of the event now. So that people, if they've already booked their tickets, we've refunded all the tickets, but also it gives people the chance to cancel flights, which if we prolonged it, oh my god, airline companies are not fun to deal with. So like, yeah, it's sad news, but the event is still going on. As it stands, the event is still going on.
And that is the good news, gentlemen. Unfortunately, I gotta eat my steak with Mitch alone, but that's maybe a good thing. And yeah. The good news is we still have good content here, great one-on-ones, and the event is still going. Also, chat just said something interesting. Raidriar, a Ukrainian man who was in the qualifiers every single Sunday, but not this time. Really struggling to get through in the top 16. But what a great game here. Mohammed, the winner of the Hoi International, $5,000. I just sent it to him yesterday. And I didn't get a call from the German government if I support terrorists, because I sent $5,000 to Saudi Arabia, which happened before. I got a call, I remember years ago, there's a lot of money going to Serbia. Are you okay, sir? Are you a hostage? And that's a great game. I don't know Mr. Pedzio. I'm excited. I'm a huge fan of new players. I like to see players I haven't seen before. Pedzio, do you know anything about him?
So Pedzio has been playing since probably about week 2, but has always been floating around like positions 7 and 5. In fact, actually, this week he is technically 5th place rather than 4th place. The F in chat for Raidriar is actually about another thing that happened over the weekend, which was due to well, how did I phrase it before? Due to circumstances, there was an issue surrounding the possibility of one of the matches being rigged towards the end. And we did put out a lenient approach to this matter. However, it did mean that Raidriar's position this week was forfeit, and essentially they are currently sitting on a tournament ban until either the last week of the tournament. And I've offered, if people want to reach out to me privately to discuss things, if they have opinions, please do so. But that is the current standing. The integrity of the event is paramount, and we did everything on our end to be as fair as possible. But due to post discussions, it was deemed that they needed some time to cool off at the very least. Currently, the ban is a 2-week ban, which would be the end of the event. However, next weekend I am going to, and this is also news to them, so if they are listening, I am going to reassess because they have been a dedicated player to the event. So I am willing to let bygones be bygones if we can make that happen for the final week. But as it stands, the integrity of the event has to be paramount here. But that's all news aside there. Yeah, let's get on to one of the most exciting, watching one of the most exciting players of Hoi, and someone who is striving to be great and has been for a little while.
Corruption coming out of Ukraine. I'm not gonna make a joke there, but we have a great game here. Pedzio versus the currently, in my opinion, rank 1 player in the world, Mohammed. Let's go down there and talk to the boys, huh? Yo, unmute, unmute, people.
Hello.
You can't call people motherfuckers on Mother's Day in the UK, Tommy.
There's a Mother's Day everywhere. All the time there's a Mother's Day somewhere. And every day there's we're celebrating 75 years of D-Day and blah blah. Always some World War II shit. Mohammed, how you feeling, man? You're a rich man. How you doing?
Hello. I'm doing good. How are you?
When you just got, I think you got the $5,000 today, right? Today or yesterday?
Yeah.
So
like
what are you gonna do with that money? What are you gonna do, man?
I still didn't make up my mind. I will invest part of it, but yeah.
Clever.
Hello.
Don't forget to subscribe. And Pedzio.
Hello.
Hey man, maybe if you win this tournament, you can buy a mic, man. That's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And Pedzio, man, I'm a big fan of new names, and to be honest, I haven't seen you before, and I wanna learn about you. Where are you from? Why are you playing one-on-one competitive? You're from what?
Poland.
Oh, both got go to him in the chat, man. And apparently you're interested in one-on-one competitive gaming. Is that true?
Yeah, I play competitive Wolf.
Very nice. And my final question to you before we start here is, you're unfortunately facing probably the rank 1 player in the world, Mohammed here, who just won the international. But maybe he's just so rich now. He's just chilling on the beach all day, man. You know, just hanging and slurping non-alcoholic drinks. Are you scared, or do you feel motivated?
I'm very scared.
Okay.
It's okay, man. I'm washed up. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
He's washed up. So Pedzio, you're the lowest elo player. You have map and faction pick. What map would you like to play?
I pick all the gates and I pick Axis.
At the gates.
Axis Stalingrad map. By the way, chat, there's a brand new map no one ever picks, Balkan.
There's two new maps now. There's two new, another one released at the weekend. Yeah.
What? I don't know nothing about this. Jesus.
Yeah, well, actually on Thursday we released a map to celebrate Trials of Allegiance. The Hoi DLC, we released Allegiance, a South America map.
Jesus, I didn't know nothing about that. Fuck. Huh. I still have to play 15 101s. Soon I will know much more about this mod. Well, the Warcraft is almost finished, and then we play some 101s. And that means, Mohammed, you have... Let's go in-game, and then you can ban something of the Axis. And is it going to be left side Germany?
You already know.
He knows. Left side Germany banned. No German tanks today. And our Polish friend can now ban.
I ban 8 army.
Okay.
8 Army Commonwealth, that is, right? No?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Commonwealth and Germany band. Game number 1 between the rank 1 in the world, Mohammed, and the Polish pride, Pedzio. Good luck, gentlemen. Here we go. Christoph already spoiling that Pedzio might have a special strategy. I mean, he just chose access on Stalingrad against the best player in the world. He must know something. There must be something crazy planned here. You know, in old samurai battle doctrines, if you understood that your opponent in a sword fight is much better than you and you will lose, there was a secret technique of making an opening to a non-lethal part of yourself where the enemy stabs you, for example, in the shoulder, but then you have an opening to stab them back. A very important battle doctrine that maybe Pedzio, let's call him Pedzi, will try to use here, man.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always excited to see new players, and I'm also one of the things that I think a lot of people are going to be watching this game for. This is the first live showing of Mohammed back in the league. Like, anyone who wants to be anyone in the competition is going to be watching Mohammed like a hawk. An absolute hawk, and they'll want to see what sort of things he brings out. Is he going to go to something pretty meta now, or is he going to shake the game up again? Like, I've seen it multiple times that Mohammed comes in, makes up a strat, and that's the thing that everybody copies. So I want to see, now that Mohammed's been taken away from the environment for a little while, what he comes up with.
And Christoph is telling me in chat secret information here I'm getting on my ear that Pedzio has trained his ass off as Axis Stalingrad. He's been training very, very hard here, and as the meta and the skill level is getting higher and higher, it's so important that you win your map pick here. Very important, and Pedzio must have prepared something. And the big question is Mohammed still on top of his game, or is the win of the Raidriar International making him go, hey, chill, chill? Chat, I actually don't know, is $5,000 good in Saudi Arabia? Saudi Arabia is a kind of rich country, right? It's not that good. Is it? I don't know. I mean, $5,000 is $5,000. Thank you, Magic. Zed is the guy who played that right side Italy, Africa, yeah. Bro, I remember, man, when I was 22 and I win $5,000 in a Hoi4 event, man, that's 1 year of working, bro. What the fuck? That's 1 year of income. Easy peasy. And I think Saudi Arabia also has no taxes. That's good stuff. 10 minutes of work in Saudi Arabia. Okay, pretty basic starts. An anti-tank 1 already being built here by our Polish friend. And both players are ready. We're going to game number 1. Mohammed, the best player in the world. Check your DMs, Tommy. What the hell do you want? Oh! Oh, man. Why is there always drama? But his name... My god, you guys are so annoying. Huh. Yeah, not my problem. That's Mitch's problem.
What's the drama?
The drama is the nickname of our Polish friend, but yeah.
Oh, is it? No. Okay.
It's like drama. It's like, you know. Welcome to my world, though, Mitch. Now you know, bro. Now you know. For fucking years, I've been doing these events. The fucking shit I had to go through. Dude, the true story, I just texted the 8 moneymakers of the International, hey, here's a document that I have to fill out to get your money. I need this document for my taxes. 6 out of 8 people failed to do the document correctly. These kids do not know what a BIC is or a fucking bank information, man. And they're like, and one guy, I'm not gonna say his name, he printed out the document and painted on it with his crayons, Alter, with like green color. My name is, like a fucking child. Anyway, it's very hard to work with these people sometimes. Very hard.
BIC and IBAN numbers, just Google them, friends. That's just simple invoicing. But then again, that's also a failure of education systems. They don't teach people how to send an invoice at all.
It's actually like crazy when I want to pay these younger people, they have no idea what a bank account is and stuff. It's crazy stuff. Which is why I honestly like people like Mohammed. He's so adult. When I talk to him about the money, about the international, very calm, clean, and done. No bullshit. And that's very rare these days. I love working with adults in this stuff.
Yeah, adults can be just as chaotic though. Like I love them to pieces. Like my video editors that I subcontract to with my company and stuff. I love them, but they have taken it upon themselves to, if like the UK tax office ever wants to look at the invoices and how they've been sent to me, they put the most cursed. The invoices are absolutely fine, perfect, up to scratch, you know, letters of the law. But the emails that they send them in are the most cursed thing in the world. Like they will say the most unhinged shit just in case that some random official has to read them in future. So it's like legally completely fine. Mentally though, it will scar an official for life, and I'm scared any time that I will ever get an audit because oh boy.
Yeah, to all the young viewers, man, when you're an adult, you realize a lot of adults are still not adults. A lot of people don't know what the fuck they're doing, man. And Mohammed also maybe not know what he's doing. First little tiny mistake of the meta, he is not applying an MIO to his guns. Already missing out on 4 upgrades on guns here. Actually, he took them. He took a support equipment buff. Oh. Wait, no, I think you're wrong, my dear chat. He is... No. He is not being wrong here. He's actually working on support equipment. He unlocked production efficiency on support equipment. That is so interesting and different. That is a very brand new build here. You see that, chat? He cares more about support equipment than guns. Never seen that before. And I love when there's things I've never seen before. Very interesting from the rank 1 player here, man. Interesting. Never before seen M7 strat. And again, our Polish friend apparently trained this map to oblivion. Let's see if it shows that. Make random shit and call it new strat. Hey, that's how meta is made. You will know nothing about that, Bane. Interesting. Still both players taking their army XP early on. And so yeah, there will be no live audience on the event, meaning you will not be able to meet me. Which I see so far as a win. I can just chill with like cool people and just go to restaurants with them. Like Mitch. Already the first tank coming from Mohammed. Mohammed seems to play just basic meta here. Going with the straight up medium tank that everybody loves so much. He's unlocking the next gun. Good. Very basic opener for Mohammed.
I'm interested in the fact that Mohammed hasn't got any artillery, any AA, nothing like that in the build. It is purely tanks and infantry equipment right now.
Yeah.
A little bit of trucks. Like, I worry a little bit about that. I mean, okay, Mohammed mechanically is very, very strong. So, like, that's not going to be an issue. But say if our Polish friend here, who I'm going to have a stern talking to because I've just translated what that freaking name means. What a child. Well, what a child, anyway.
Welcome to this world, man.
Yeah, I know. If they were perhaps going air, it could be an absolute problem for Mohammed. However, looking at the builds, looking pretty, neutral
I don't know
right
if
now.
The good players in chat are memeing, but they're saying the strat from Mohammed is innovative and something new and cool, but they might be trolling. Also, I want to say real quick, Christoph, Segel, you guys are all making a shit ton of money on Hoi4 events, and you can't even sub Marcel phone and stuff. Marcel, you've put in the money for how many times and you can't subscribe? I'm doing it. I'm doing subscriber only mode. Fuck this shit. These people winning events left and right, man. I have to send money to their mom's bank account. They can't sub. No. And yeah, there will be unfortunately no wrestling in Stockholm, guys. No. But I'm okay with that. If it's more calm and more smaller group. And actually, I also learned, right? This is gonna sound weird to you guys, but casting is a hard job if you do it like in a studio. When I was in the studio in Stockholm, you cast all these games and you put so much effort in it, so much energy, and you really get exhausted fast. It's really not an easy job. And I remember when I was in Stockholm, and I will be there again, it's actually something you have to take very serious. You can't just slack on it. You have to really... I remember I was drinking a lot of Coca-Cola.
Yeah, it expends a lot of energy as well. It's like, it's already difficult enough, like in terms of the streaming element of like when you're doing it from your home, there's a level to that. But because you're a streamer, you get used to it, you get comfortable. In a studio, it's a whole different environment because it's all about like the changing cameras, the lights being in the right place, having the mic in the right place. There's a lot of elements to that just go like unheard of, and it's one of the like I'm so glad that I do far less casting and more just the main hosting, because it means I get to like take more of a bit of a break. But yeah, it's not an easy experience, but it's a fun experience. I will say it's like I personally am like upset that we haven't got a staged event anymore, because it's one of those things of I like doing new things and I want to do something that's like groundbreaking. This was the first time this was ever going to happen for Hoi, and I'm not saying that it's like gonna be there's gonna be other opportunities in the future, but it's one of those things of it sucks that it's been taken away from us for making that groundbreaking thing, but there's always the future on that front.
TommyKay's biggest dream, man. Hoi 4 event on a stage. It will happen one day, boys. It will happen one day. And it will happen. And I'm excited. I'm excited. And already I like this divergence in industrial companies, whereas our Polish friend is taking 10% vector output, but Mohammed is joining the Ukrainian style of Raidriar, 25% research, and I really have no idea what's stronger. I would always argue research is strong if the game goes on long. I always said this. Research speed is important. It's very bad short term, but very strong long term. And that's a very interesting... there's a Golem. Golem does these analyzation videos now, and I would love to have a deep analysis on that choice. 25 research or 10 factory output. And I would also argue for research, because so often, chat, we click on logistics and late game, and they all have green equipment. They're all green. So does the 10 factory output really have that much impact? Truly? Tom in a suit or Mike? I would never wear a suit, never. Like a nice sweatshirt? Sure, man. No problem. No problem. Yeah, maybe down the line, chat, we can do something with ParadoxCon or something. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. The good thing is, though, right, Mitch, that the Japanese restaurant is not shutting down.
That's so true. That's so true.
Oh, I can't wait, man. We gotta... Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. The game is fast. I like it. That was speed 2, actually. Someone is lagging down.
Yeah.
Might be Saudi Arabia. And I'm a bit concerned for our Polish friend, because he has nothing special going on yet. He's building very basic stuff. He does a lot of anti-tank 1 though, which I barely ever see, but no medium tanks, no nothing, no air. He looks very, very basic. He must have a plan. This guy has a big plan, whereas Mohammed is already building a shit ton of medium tanks. So in that department, Mohammed seems very good. Red Army.
Shit.
Mohammed, yeah. Red Army. He's gonna...
Mohammed Red Army, but Axis choice is so wild.
Oh, he's planning something. What the hell is he planning? That must be left side. Why would you do special forces here? What the hell is he doing? What is it? What is... Again, he planned this though. He worked on this a long time. He might be going for Finland. And we're actually going to see Axis tank for once. This is something we barely ever see. It's often banned, my dear chat. And we're going to see the 5th guard tanks. Very, very, very strong tank build. Beautiful, actually. You spawned so many tanks. He's going to rush this one. 30% better medium tank production. And Mohammed is just playing straight up meta very beautifully, whereas the Polish player, I have no idea what he's doing. But he looks like he knows. Army of the Isthmus. He goes for special forces here. What the hell are you doing, mate? This is a bit of a special forces stream, my friends. Tout anti-tank is gonna be built much more. He's increasing the heart attack and piercing. This looks like an infantry spam that's supposed to destroy Mohammed's tanks. I think that's what he's doing. You have a lot of infantry that utterly pierces and heart attacks these tanks. That seems to be the goal here. Especially with the Molotov cocktails. All infantry unlocks 100% heart attack and 100% piercing. It looks like he's countering his opponent. He knows exactly what's coming. He knows exactly what Mohammed is going to do. He will even probably say Mohammed is predictable right now. And he is countering that. Quite genius. Quite clever. I like it. It's like he knew Mohammed will pick medium tanks like Soviets. And is countering that right now. And as always, this is, I think, the 4th or 5th weekend. And we always see different metas. Always see different approaches. Fabian, come to Stockholm in early May. Okay, Fabian, thank you.
He's currently going through anti-Soviet cooperation, though, to get the mechanized production benefits. I'm interested to see what the play is there. There is also a research speed below that. which is a further 15%. So if he was doing, say, the research instead of the industrial research company, if he had the 25%, that would be a 40% research buff, that's pretty strong if he's going for that early. But no, this seems to be that he's going for the trucks and the. Okay, I'm not sure why he's gone for the trucks and the half tracks there, because they're not on build right now. So
maybe he just needs them to rush early on. But he already turned them. Yeah, he turned them into infantry. I love this though. I'm a huge fan of this Mitch because every single weekend we have different styles, different approaches, and I love that. It's super exciting. It's never boring. They never just play the same tactic again and again. That's very, very exciting. Love it. Oh, sorry. A little bit of coughing.
One of the also really good things about Finland, because they haven't actually been picked as much recently, so it's worth highlighting to people who might be newer viewers, is they have some of the best generals in the mod. They have some of the strongest leaders, some of the best stats on your leaders, so they are going to have a lot of benefits to the leadership there. So I'm just so interested in what this guy's cooking.
Mohammed is just kind of building the biggest standard ever. It's just so standard, but why not? Why not? I would think the narrative of this game is early on, Mohammed has a low division count compared to a massive infantry spam, which already we can see with 90 divisions. From the Finland pick, the Army of Isthmus, this is an infantry spam. Even some rangers have been added, and this infantry is supposed to crush the tanks. But he's missing 1.3k tanks. The war's about to start. Speed 3 is needed right now. And he's missing 16k guns and 1.3k anti-tank. But he planned this. He's been training that a lot. And Mohammed is almost green. But look, he has half the divisions. He almost has not even a third of his opponent's
my
divisions.
God, it's a bait. Oh my God, our Polish friend and Mohammed are talking in the chat on the bottom left. The anti-Soviet corporation is like, the icon looks the same as one of the Army of the Po benefits. So I think it's like a bait so that they might... What? I think it's a bait to think that he's got Army of the Po for the motorized.
High level games are being played here of the psychology. Our Polish friend looking for crazy stuff. The crazy thing he needs though is to make his equipment green, but he was just about at minus 17,000 and minus 1.2k, and he just massively improved it. I think he just spawned it in. Yeah, he spawned 800 tout anti-tank, and his piercing stats are unbelievable good now. If we look at his division here, we're looking at 37 piercing, and Mohammed's armor is 20. He's fully piercing. Mohammed massively has also very good heart attack. That's also important. And the war is starting. The first game, Mohammed, the rank 1 player in the world, against the unknown children soldier. I want to dub him. I think he's like 12 years old. And he's going in. They're both going in. And this is a very interesting build from the Polish guy. 12,000 guns missing, though hurts a lot. Mohammed looks ultra green. He is just showing his experience. He's showing he knows what he's doing. He doesn't even go in the south. Look, he keeps most of his army behind. Whoa, Mohammed, so different.
Yeah, I was about to comment on that. I love the use of the fullback line there from Mohammed. He knows that that's an area that people struggle to fight through. So he's looking to divert most of his forces manually to the top, fight around the VPs, and leave this bottom uncontested but well defended. That's nice.
Clever. I love watching Mohammed because he's so different. We always have these big mouths in the chat, Nave and Christoph and Segel and Marcel, always blah blah blahing. But then they never surprise you. And then you see Mohammed, who, what the hell, man, this is so genius. Staying behind, picking his battles, taking his supply hubs, and he knows the late game is his. He's making tanks, and just holds the early game. That means now the Polish guy needs to show a strong early game here. Going in.
5 VPs!
Yeah, he has 5 VPs though. I hope Mohammed knows what he's doing here. But then again, 0 health matters, not 1. Something I learned in Magic the Gathering, right? That's made much better Magic the Gathering. Don't defend your life, right? You only need more than 0 life. That's all you need in the end. And great start. Mohammed already unentrenching him. And the supply line's looking pretty bad here for all Polish, but his division count is insane. 90 plus divisions against pretty much only 25 real divisions from Mohammed. That's a 1-to-4 ratio. Magic mentioned.
It's insane though. The 5 VPs. This is one of the main differences, though, about having a 5 VP map and a 3 VP map. 3 VP map, the total bleed is still slower than a 5 VP map's total bleed. This life score is just going to drop down so fast. We've almost lost 50. Like that's 1/5 of all of Mohammed's life points are almost gone in. What is that? 20 days of combat, if that.
Yeah, but the Polish friend has to understand that this is a game maybe against his clock. Sure, you have 5 points, but he must know Mohammed's doing something. And there is the very weird click of a battle plan. He is battle planning, and it doesn't seem to break anywhere. The breakthrough is only 50. Battle planning into the rank 1 player in the world. It could work. He has so much reinforcement here. He has 10 divisions per tile. This is amazingly big. And very, very bad. Let's take a look at Mohammed here. This looks very clean for him. And this is a shit ton of damage done. The battle plan here on this high level, this could hurt him massively. And Mohammed looking good, holding. It's a very interesting situation right now. And he broke through. Unfortunately, the Polish friend, because of he has the worst division, but he has reinforcement. I think he doesn't even have good logistics. Mohammed actually is baiting his opponent into a low logistics area. Genius.
Well, but yeah, our Polish player's about to get multi-tactics, which is out of supply penalty and more supply. So all of that logistics badness, just gone. Literally just disappeared with that one focus coming on in. I mean, some of it's now returning as the advance continues, but he doesn't need to wait around for the trains as much. This could be bad.
Mohammed needs to really hold here. The aggressor is often very, very dangerous here in the early game. Aggressors have a very, very good time. But the aggressor is losing a lot of guns. Mohammed also losing a bunch of tanks. The piercing is hurting, but he has unbelievable tank building bonuses. Can Mohammed stabilize this? This is a very stressful situation. Many people crumble under this Dankus, and he is not losing any supply ups yet, did he? Yeah, he lost Saratov. That hurts. Mohammed is getting pressured like crazy here. Oh, this will be hard even for the rank 1. He doesn't have the division count. I think he even lost 3 divisions. He had 25 before. Now it's 22. Or maybe he just took them out.
One of the best benefits of battle plan, and while when you've got an advantage in terms of numbers like this, it can be beneficial to do, is the AI and the computer is always going to be able to move more troops faster than you are. And if you're up against it as well, if more combats are being pressured, and you're simply macroing the defense, you're going to struggle slightly.
Mohammed's line is falling apart. It looks like that build will not be the right build to counter his opponent here. But you have to say, our Polish friend did an amazing mind game here. He knew exactly what he's gonna fight here. He knew Mohammed will do a medium tank build, so he just built a massive medium tank build. Geniusly played, and now he reaps the rewards of that. He is crushing the rank 1 player in the world, and he's making it look easy. But Mohammed stays calm, though. He's staying calm. He's looking for openings, but he just doesn't have the division count.
No, and I will say, Mohammed does sometimes get shaken in first games and then pulls it back. So I'm sure we're going to have a really good series ahead of this. But boy, oh boy, this is just showing the benefits of having a good planned build. Like thinking out your build, like taking time to think of the counters. It just shows how important the pick and bans is, how important preparation is in these high-level games. Yeah, this is really well done. He's going for the capital now. And all the while, the VPs are ticking. There's 373 now. Every piece of ground taken is another piece of ground that Mohammed has to try and take back to get even close to those VP points.
And that could pretty much already be GG. Mohammed getting wrecked in the first game. And he got outbuilt, like Mitch said. The build won this. And now the big question is, how much is Mohammed preparing himself? He now has faction and map pick. Does he also have something well prepared? Like what our Polish friend, we call him Polish friend because his nickname is a little bit 12-year-old. And damn, my hero Mohammed just got trashed. Jeez, a lot of channel points being lost here, huh? He just didn't have the division count. And the genius of the Polish friend is he chose Stalingrad, where the front line is so big. On different maps, maybe like India or China, especially China, Mohammed's build would have been much stronger because there's much less front line. Easy win here for the Polish boy. Oh, and Tommy is a little bit sick.
Such an interesting game right there. Like, that is a really interesting, but also I just want to say right at the end there, one of the negatives of battle planning is normally you lose a lot of resources.
Yep.
most of the Polish players' build was green still right then. Like he hadn't hit that bell curve of where it started to get really hazardous. And I think that's just what an early game rush can look like, and a well thought out counter to a strong build. That's solid work.
We see that often on the weekends now. For example, with Zed and his right side early build, you need to surprise your opponent with cool builds, which brings the mental games, the mind games in a lot, and you need to do good scouting. You need to scout what your opponent is doing. Okay, let's go down there. GG.
Hello.
GG.
And waiting for Mitchman here. There you go. And that means Mohammed, you have a map and faction pick, my friend.
Yeah, I need to think about that.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Admiral Pawn on Sonnenblume.
What?
Mohammed. Admiral Pawn Sonnenblume.
Sonnenblom. Axis.
Okay.
Sonnenblume Axis. Ooh.
Okay.
Sonnenblume Axis for Mohammed. I like when instantly my music randomly goes into like Desert War music. So it shall be. Let's go in game and then talk about the faction bans.
I ban Aegean Imperial Japanese Navy.
Okay.
Okay. Pass the group West is banned, right?
Yes.
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 What the fuck? Ah, okay, never mind.
So Mohammed, who are you banning?
Mohammed is a big thinker of these times.
I wanna ban the Soviet left.
Okay.
Soviet left. Okay.
There
So
it
the-
is.
Can I change? Can I change?
No, you. What the fuck? Why would you change now? You.
Okay, fine.
Oh, I thought you're Pedzioff. You guys have kind of the same voice. Sorry. Oh, that means that you can change Mohammed if he agrees with it. Like if
Nah,
he's.
it's fine.
Okay.
Okay,
Sorry,
so
you guys have like the same voice.
Fifth Guards Tank Army has been banned, as well as Commonwealth 8th Army, and for the Axis, Imperial Japanese Navy and Panzer Group West. Good luck.
Good luck, gentlemen. France not banned. And I feel like Mohammed might just do the right side motorized build that we see a lot. People are very prepared nowadays. And Mohammed seems a bit unprepared, though. Mohammed is thinking, what do I pick? What do I ban? Whereas his opponent knew exactly what he wanted. Hey, I want Stalingrad Axis. Because he very much prepared. But this time, the allies already with survivability studies very early on, going for air. He seems very prepared. And this could be Mohammed's weakness, man. He won a big tournament, he made $5,000, and now he's coming back into the game, and maybe is not the most prepared guy. It's a big problem, right, in life, that when the hunger is gone, you win something big, and then are you still hungry to keep going, right? That's a big question you gotta ask yourself in life. The German national team in football knows a lot about that. Thank you, Maxwell, for 2 years. And let's hope Mohammed, who I'm a big fan of, can come back and show us a game number 3. He chose the Axis back earlier in this tournament, right? The Axis on Sonnenblume on Africa had the lowest win rate in the entire game. Now they're all picking the Axis here since Zed has changed the meta with his motorized rush. Game number 2 between Polish guy and Mohammed. Mohammed needs to fight hard here to get into the top 16.
Yeah, and I will say that we've seen this before. Like, the history of Mohammed as a player in all of the competitions that have been shown is, before he got to that rank 1 position, he had a fight. He climbed, but also was the thing, his biggest flaw wasn't in his skill, his micro or anything, was his own mental game. He has a history with getting shaken in best of 3s. Either he'll throw a match that he didn't expect to throw and it will prolong the best of 3, which should have been a stomp, or for example, I believe it was the second invitational, he, whilst being ranked 2 in the open league, exited that competition at position 6 just because of a complete mental like throw and just really struggled in that matchup, but then came back and became champion, and then followed that with champion. So that time off, I wonder where if it's the loss of form has put him back into that slightly weaker mental. He's had the time to ride the high, and now it's like one of those things of has that affected him?
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. And I didn't see Mohammed like that. You saw more than me in the Speed 5 events. Mohammed always felt very strong, and I only saw him in the international, right? And I'm scared for Mohammed a bit that he might not be fully ready for the meta, in the sense that Mohammed is very predictable right now. First game, his opponent, Polish guy, is predicting, oh, you're gonna do medium tanks, I will counter that, and he was right. And now it's quite obvious what Mohammed is going for. It is very, very obvious. And I think he's being, and I think Polish guy knows that. Polish guy knows exactly what's coming here. He knows exactly what he's playing against, and he has the opportunity and knowledge to counter it. If there's a counter to it, there should be one, I guess. Thank you, Law. Mohammed, very, very predictable right now. He's very Dankus Mimikusi right now. And there goes game number 2.
I was about to say, actually, that Finland build would have been a great counter to Army of the Po. However, that they're on the same faction, so that doesn't work because Finland is on the axis, and so is the Italians. So I'm just going to take a look down the tree and actually look and see. I'm not sure what there is as a counter right now that hasn't been banned. Possibly Army of France, and leaning more into the medium tank destroyers, which you get in that build, or going for an air build. But the Army of the Po rush is just so prominent and so strong. It's hard to like say anything else about it. The other thing is heavily contesting the islands as the allies is probably a good bet. Maybe going both strong navy and also into paratroopers, making sure you don't give them that advantage. That way, the Army of the Po has to push Gabes, Wadan, and Benghazi, and maybe go for a holdout towards that. But again, it's now an interesting shake-up to this map and the meta of this map, that this one axis faction is just pretty dominant.
And yeah, Mohammed is just ultra predictable right now, right? Going completely into the Popo, into the Armada, in the Armada del Po. He's going into Popo, and we just saw a little misclick there where he was researching oil for a second. That was a bit weird, but fixed it now. And Polish guy already going for air. You're looking to Paradop Baltancrete. The question is, how will Polish guy know? Show us a counter to the motorized rush from right side Italy here, as Armata de Popo is coming for him.
Yeah, well, one of the things as well is Polish guy can turn around and actually take the loss here, because he's up one game in this best of 3. So he might have just gone, like, he might have sat down and thought, okay, because he called it out. He said, you're going to go Army of the Po in the pre-game. This was like one of those things of, he might have gone, okay, he's going to go Army of the Po. I'll try something, but I know I might not get it, but I have this plan for the next map. So it could be, it could be as much like a pre-planned thing as the previous game.
Yeah, we have yet to see a nice counter of Armata de Po on this map. Maybe Polish guy has it. We'll figure it out soon. But yeah, I'm just searching my feelings right now. What are these little brainstorms my brain is doing? And one thing that comes to mind is that I feel like Mohammed is right now at this moment the most predictable player in the world. He is very, very much predictable. His opponent should easily know what's going on every game so far, first and second. I just hope Mohammed knows what he's doing. And sometimes, even if your enemy knows what's coming, you can still be very successful with it. Thank you, Cryptor. We all remember what this stream was built on. It was Tommy playing Japan against stream sniping China's. No name invasions. Because they knew, man. They knew. And you can still win, though. Can still win. Nice preparations here of logistics from Polish guy. Pretty much standard. Probably gonna play France, you would say? Yeah, oh, no, a light tank. This could be... What is that? He's doing that light tank build, which I now play in single player in the new DLC. A very, very strong build, man. It's cool how I watch a lot of 1-on-1 games and I learn from my single player games. I'm now playing Argentina in the new DLC, and I'm copying these boys a lot. With the light tanks, with the flame light tanks. The crazy part is, right, you put like 1 or 4 mills on light tanks and you have full mill support. You can even have a flame tank. It's a very, 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 very strong bonus that's very easily buildable. And full air here coming out of him. He's probably going for 10% factor upper this time. This time is not going for 25% research. That maybe hurt him last game, the 25% research. That doesn't make you stop a rush. Yeah, Mohammed is just gonna do motorized rushing here. Pure motorized, nothing crazy. What is the counter to that? I even wonder. I would think medium tanks? Huh.
What, as a counter to the Army of the Po? I've been sat here trying to scratch my head. My theory, however, would be possibly going for, say, 3rd Shock Army to get the paratrooper, going for that build, getting the railway gun if you can get it out in time, but also just the air production cost. And I think the counter on this map in particular has to be surrounded by air in some way.
Yeah.
Maybe doing some logi striking. Like it could even be as much as that. But I struggle right now with Commonwealth 8th Army out of bounds, which has tank hunters, which is the towed anti-tank production on this tree, already wiped out. That's off the board. It's been banned. It's going to have to be a really, really not scuffed, but a very customized build, I think, to counter it.
As my old man brain is now remembering what happened last week, I remember what's a bit of a counter. It seems very, very often that it's very important for the Armata del Popo to get to El Agela. In this area, I'm showing right now on stream, there is no supply for our friend. There's no connections. Sure, there's hubs, but no supply. And we often see when these motorized units are right here, they have crazy issues with supply. If you somehow manage to make El Agila not being taken by the Italians with, I don't know, a paradrop, something entrenching fast, and especially ruling the navy of the central med, making sure that there is no supply coming to the axis and supply giving out of El Agila into the motorized, that's a chance. I think that's something I felt and saw. I don't know how you will do it, but it seems when you fight a right side Italy motorized rush, this right here is the ultimate goal. El Agila decides if you win or not, because if the Italians take this and have supply, he has enough supply to go into here, just crush you down and end your game.
Yeah, I'm a little bit hesitant on Mohammed's pick here. He's gone for the Combined Operations HQ, which is the Commandos, which again, strong fighting force on land. That means he's giving up Navy. He's completely giving up the Navy. He's going to power drop the islands. This isn't Mohammed. This is the Polish guy. Yeah, sorry, my mistake. Mohammed is on Army of the Po, and that is also confirmed. Lock-in. It is an Army of the Po, but I don't like this pick. Out of all of them that remained, I don't like this pick. Yes, you'll have strong infantry. Yes, you get the paratroopers for free.
But look what he did.
I think
look what he just did. He's learning. He's learning from the school of Tommy. Oh, he just turned it off. Oh. What the fuck is he doing?
But the thing is, right now, with this build, he has to have enough paratroopers and enough paratrooper support to not only get that area, but also secure the islands, because he's giving up Navy. And also, later game, he's not going to be able to reinforce that island. Not to the degree of, say, someone with control of a Navy, because they're just going to get, what's it called? Naval raided, they're gonna lose all their supply, and then they'll get hit in the later game. So
speed free. I'm thinking you almost know Mohammed will never threaten Malta and Crete because he's playing the ultra predictable Italian rush build. Yeah, he's not even going for Malta, so this could be a genius play. You ignore the islands, you get them for free anyway, because Mohammed won't even try, and he's making sure he gets El Agila. He's learning from the best chat, because that is what decides this game, in my opinion. But then there's the question, can you defend it until reinforcements have arrived? I believe if you fight Armata de Popo, El Agila is everything. Decides everything.
Yes. I would agree.
It's important to convoy raid the central met. So the El Agila supply doesn't arrive for the motorized.
Yeah, and that's why I'm saying this particular choice is slightly weaker, because it doesn't have that naval dominance. It's not going to be able to convoy raid as well. It's going to have to rely on a destroyer surface fleet, essentially, to try and convoy raid, which is not going to be as effective as submarines, for example. And I don't think there's been particular investment into submarines. No, it's just convoys. So, oh no, wait, sorry, I'm on Mohammed. There might be. Let me just double check that. there is an investment into submarines. Okay, they have thought about that, so I will eat my hat. But this look, if Mohammed makes any single moves to try and take the islands, it's Mohammed's game. But right now, it seems like it's all land focus, and this slightly less optimal pick, I think, from our allied player actually might be pulled off because they are fighting for the correct objective. You're right. Elagalia is so important, but I'm worried that if this goes later, the skill of Mohammed is just going to come out on top.
And Mohammed showing something different here. He's making a purebred motorized. I think Zed was mixing much more. This is pure automotorized. Maybe the fastest division we have yet seen in Qualifiers with 13.2 kilometers an hour. I think that is clearly the fastest division we have seen on all these weekends. He's going all in on that build. And the light tanks are there. The paratroopers are set up. And the question is really, will the predictability of Mohammed be his biggest weakness here? It's a beautiful paradrop. It's so clever to paradrop like this to make sure you take it quickly. He knows what he has to do, the Polish guy, but will it be enough? This is a very strong build. I don't understand so much the research of mechanized. Very often, people are so busy microing that they don't even switch over to mechanized. And there we go, he even went 20 with now. This division is insane. It went down in speed a little bit. This is a crazy fast division. Not the best stats ever, to be honest. I don't know. This is very interesting. I don't know who's going to win this. I'm kind of predicting the Polish guy should hold this if he plays it well. And here we go.
It'll be such an upset, though, if the Polish guy 2-0s Mohammed. Like, that's going to be... Yep. That's going to leave Mohammed with only 2 weeks to actually qualify, which is huge. That's huge on this competition.
Nice paradrops. Make sure Alal Galala is protected. Look how fast these divisions are. They're so fast. This is the fastest division we've probably ever seen here with 13.2.
These divisions are moving faster than planes are being able to be maneuvered to get the paratroopers in other places.
That is the fastest rush I've ever seen in the league.
Oh, and they're beating the paratrooper.
Holding a beautiful instant last stand. Maybe the quite micro mistake we see from Polish guys, he should have paired up 2 paratroopers. The battle width is very bad right now. Oh, if he had 3 paratroopers, man, he had a chance.
Oh, it's going to be surrounded as well.
And that is almost GG. And that is the good old Zork rush.
Oh, and they're gone.
I think he should have put 4 paratroopers in there. 4 paratroopers. Ay. That's pretty much almost GG now. The Axis are just farming wins lately with the motorized rush. I truly believe there's a counter to this. People just haven't figured it out yet. And that's... That is just GG instantly, man.
And the other option that I called out, the naval aspect, the Axis Navy is currently beating the Allied Navy at sea. Oh no, it has flipped back into the Allied favor. But currently, one of the paratroopers is caught navally moving through the med. Like that's why they can't do any second drops. Like, this is devastating. Paratroopers have been encircled.
The problem is really that Navy doesn't even matter on this map. You're getting killed so fast that air, Navy, all of this doesn't matter. He either crushes you or you don't. And it seems like Allied players have to learn how important El Aguila is. I think, in my opinion, you should design a paratrooper. What he should do is, and I'm guessing, in my opinion, you take the paratrooper. I think he used, I don't know which one he used, but make it bigger. You could even think, what's the battle width of Urban? You need kind of 20 width or 40 width paratroopers. You give them the best support you can, probably even shovels, to entrench fast, and then you drop 4 paratroopers right here, and you try to hold like you've never hold. You get shore bombardment, you get green air. That's what I can feel here. I think that's what Allied players need to try. And that's a cap. Mohammed easily taking game number 2. Bringing us to game number 3.
Yeah, that's so almost a capitulation there. Like, it's not quite a capitulation, but it's like... It was Mohammed late for dinner. He seems to be driving home. Like, he's going all the way to Saudi Arabia with these guys. Like, this is an absolute overrun. And the speed of these divisions, like, on the field as well, is insane. 12.8 kilometers, like, in the end. That's so fast.
I think that's the fastest division we've seen yet on this tournament.
Yeah.
And, I think it's very interesting for Allied players to figure out what to do here. How to not give away this free win. I proposed one thing here. If anyone has any other ideas, I'm very interested what you guys think that can be done here. The problem is you can't reach Algia fast enough. You know what I will do? I have another idea. What if you bring back something I've been calling out for a long time, a purebred medium tank? You play Canada or America, and you have a true tank. You know, 50% tanks, 50% motorized, and you rush over there, and we all know what tanks do to motorized, man. It feels very good.
Yep.
Interesting thing to figure out for the players.
I actually really like the old school US 12 pick on this map as well for that reason as well, because you get the CAS. You get some CAS, you can do some logi bombing. So if you stalemate that advance, if you manage to slow it down in the desert, eventually you'll be able to just absolutely wipe the floor with them, because the motorized will not scale. Whereas with the US 12, you've got that scaling air, you've got that scaling production right at the end. You can take a later game. You have a slightly better navy. I believe like the starting navy is pretty decent there. Or even say like, honestly, looking at USMC with a stronger navy, get that naval support. You've got the special forces. You can take the islands. You've got a tank in that build, but it's the 40 width amphibious tank. That's still a tank division. Like I feel you also get tactical bombers and strat bombers. Like it's a long haul opportunity, but it's a possibility.
I have a hard time though believing in this this notion of navy, because the rush happens so fast. Your navy doesn't. You could have the biggest navy the world's ever seen. It just doesn't have time to do anything, and it doesn't really matter if you have Malta and Crete, because these motorized just rush you down and kill you instantly. I think if I was America, I would not even think about navy for a while. But I like your notion about the CAS. Maybe I don't know how logi strikes work nowadays. We don't see it much anymore. Green air CAS. You need. It seems like all you have to do is make sure you hold El Aguila with anything you can, especially shore bombardment. I've even been thinking of a right side Russia pick because of the railway gun, but the railway gun won't be there in time. That's actually wrong.
Nope. Yeah, the only thing I think you could possibly hope for is getting the Katyushas out in time, perhaps, and hoping they are stronger than the other motorized divisions and do enough soft attack to hold on. I believe actually with a certain amount of with a certain format in how you take the focuses, those Katyusha divisions can have half tracks instead of motorized, which means they would be stronger at holding that position. But I don't know in terms of the days and the time if that's actually possible. And it would mean, and you'd focus that and then get the paratrooper second for the paratrooper to then get the islands. So it's like, it would be an interesting.
It's an interesting discussion. Yeah, let's go down there real quick. GG boys, GG.
Okay.
That means, Polish guy, you have the final faction and map pick.
I pick China and I go Axis.
Okie dokie. Let's take a look at bands in a second when we're in game.
Wait a minute. I ban France.
Wait.
On the life.
Oh, well, Mohammed, who are you banning, I guess? Because we were going to wait, but...
Well, we're not joining the lobby?
Yeah, lobby's up.
Alright. Well, I'm joining, I will think.
Okay.
You know what's the most privileged thing about my life, man? I'm so excited it's Monday tomorrow. I love Mondays.
Why?
Because the grocery store's open again. All the people are gone from the streets. They're all working. I have the streets for myself. Especially back in the day. I hope she doesn't listen. But my girlfriend will go to work and I was alone all day just playing games. The kid is in kindergarten again, you know. I love Mondays, man.
It's your quiet day. I see. I see.
I love Mondays.
Okay.
Also, Mohammed, don't forget to put a dot in front of your division names. Very important.
What does that do?
Subbed for 33
You don't know that
months,
meme?
and
Oh, fuck
since
you.
then got a high-paying job in
This
the
guy.
Yeah, I
GL
know,
while
it's good
listening to
stats, I
Tommy.
know.
Come on, man.
I don't believe in it though.
Oh, man. Maybe that's why you're gonna lose now.
Okay.
Are you connecting, Mohammed?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Yes, tomorrow's early stream because I'm sick. I will not work out. Tomorrow will be very early stream. Yeah, we're gonna finish World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft will be cleaned, and then Stellaris, and then a lot of F4. I need to push F4 a bit. Thank you, Rude. Thank you, Rudy. Rudy. What is this receipt? What did I buy? Oh, I was buying cream for my kid's asshole. They have a lot of ass issues. You have to always cream their ass. It's a thing, man.
Of all the things to say, oh yeah, it's this. Okay.
It's important, man. You gotta.
Yeah, I just got fucking flashbanged by words though. Like fucking. Oh, Jesus
man. I'm
Christ.
dragging you down with me, bro.
Oh man, it's
My ban is Armata del Po. Before you guys go.
Okay, interesting.
Oh, okay.
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 Just in case, you know.
Okay.
I hate when people send me Twitch links. It's gonna be. Oh, they're all playing Keep Up Sim now. Yeah, I set that trend. Man, these streamers, man, they use these anime avatars and get thousands of viewers. I still owe you guys.
VTubers.
I can't
VTubers
join.
are huge. Yeah.
the VTubing industry is such an
You need to probably
interesting
rehost.
thing.
Or let me try to host
Okay.
if Mohammed has a problem.
Yeah. You
I'm
go. You
hosting.
go.
Yeah, one sec. I'm hosting.
Gotta restart my game. No, the VTubing industry is super interesting though, because if they're unless they're an independent VTuber, like a lot of those numbers, etc., and a lot of the money they earn is like, there's a huge. They take the whatever the I can't remember what they call them, but like the thing that they're a part of takes a huge cut. Obviously, Twitch takes its cut, and they end up with like about 10% of the money you see, and it's wild. So they have to have those like much higher numbers to even like challenge, say, a stream of your size in terms of income.
That's where I start feeling old. I think you're really old when you don't understand kids culture anymore. And this whole VTubing thing and people being into that, I can't connect with that anymore. That's where I feel I'm getting slowly disconnected now. Like our parents, they don't understand like phones and shit. I don't understand VTubers. It must be some kind of sexual thing, man. I don't know. You guys cannot join? Does it work?
Yeah, because you write wrong ID.
Oh yeah, that was the wrong ID. I right-clicked. One sec, let me try again. That's the right ID. Same password. That should work. That should work. That should work. Habibi. Yeah, I don't know, Chad. VTuber stuff has to be sexual, man. Like you're into hentai, you're into VTubers or something. I don't know.
Haram. I don't know.
Fuck yeah, haram, man. That's for sure. VTubers are very NSFW. It's not for kids. I remember when that weird rule was done 2 months ago on Twitch and suddenly everybody was drawing hentai. That was weird. That was weird. Anyway, I just stay in my niche. Let them all do what they want. Okay, everybody is ready, right? Yeah. Let's go in the brothers. Final game.
December. Don't forget, please.
yeah, dude. I have the microman, dude.
Okay.
You're talking to a StarCraft player, okay?
Respect.
And dude, you know, Mitch, I would love to have an APM meter in Stockholm, man. I don't know if it makes sense for a game like this. I don't think it makes sense. But like the thing that shows the heartbeat, that's interesting.
Oh yeah. Rig them all up to heartbeat monitors.
And yeah, let's go in game. Good luck. Final game. Polish guy versus Mohammed. Who's gonna go to qualifiers? We'll find out right now. With the advantage being on Polish guy, he chose the axis on Asia. He is the one who is in an advantage here. Boop, 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 boop.
I like the Axis pick here. We've seen a lot of comebacks from this on the Axis side. We've seen a lot of Axis dominant. I think the current meta of the game right now actually has this map lean Axis sided, so I think it's the right choice. But again, Mohammed is a very strong player, so I'm excited to see what they come out with. I'm actually going to quickly be right back.
No problem. This could be our most standard game tonight, chat, where both players just don't do any shenanigans, and we might actually see frontline for once. I'm excited. I'm a fan. I like how after all these years, I'm still a big fan of 5-4. I really enjoy watching this, man. They reversed that faster than Tommy can make a StarCraft reference. Have you seen me play StarCraft yesterday? I'm getting really good now, yeah. But I'm playing much less StarCraft now. I'm calming down on it. I kind of give up on it. Yeah. Yeah, I still owe you guys a VTuber stream. I still have to do that. It's kind of hard to set up though. Yeah, we're gonna do Stellaris tomorrow. Stellaris is, you know, tomorrow, and then a lot of Argentina, the new DLC. This Tommy K guy, man. There's a new CK3 DLC, a new Hoi 4 DLC, and doesn't even play them. I think that's gangster though. I think it's a gangster. I just want to do what I want. World of Warcraft. We can actually finish World of Warcraft tonight. I just played 2 hours after this, and then World of Warcraft is done. Ugh. I could pee too real quick, but I want to start the game first, and then I go pee. Oh, I could pee after this. Because after this, we have a very interesting game. We have Christoph versus Chicken Little. Christoph is a bit of a meme lord. You know, he's a little bit of a... But much more than him is Chicken Little. If you watch my stream a lot, Chicken Little is a very special guy on the stream. I like Chicken Little. He's a good kid. But hell, man, he's a special guy. He's very special. He's very special. In the army, back in the day, we will call people like him verstrahlt. We will call them being under the influence of radiation too much. And Chicken Little finally managed to go into the qualifiers. If he wins today, he can make top 16. And I wish him all the best, man. Chicken Little is kind of like one of my boys, man. He's here every day. But I think he's also non-sub often, so I hope he loses. Yeah. There he is. Yeah, he's in chat. Look at you, you non-sub. Jesus Christ. How can you win games if you don't even respect yourself? Being a non-sub. Can his Nick please be the diplomat? Chicken Little? Why? We should just call him the little chicken or something. Oh, fuck, man. My fucking voice. Here we go. Game number 3. Who is going to the qualifiers with a chance to go to Stockholm? And most importantly, not only win $20,000, but meet their favorite hero. And their favorite World of Warcraft streamers. He was your diplomat in a roleplay game. I don't even remember that, bro. The fuck? Just call him the little cock? That's weird, man. That's weird. That's weird. Let's talk about baby's ass cream, man. Yeah. In the beginning, babies can't really handle what they eat, so when they poop, the poop is like very toxic to them, like acidic. And it makes the whole skin around their asshole very, very red. And you have to always cream. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Crazy stuff. There you go, John, man. Lifting up this guy like an FTL species in Stellaris, man. You better thank him, chicken. You're gonna win tonight because of that. What's the best cream meta? Mir Fulan. It needs zinc in it. Zinc is very good. If you have any rashes anywhere, zinc is very important. Zinc. Zinky. Construction from Mohammed, yeah, turns it off. Mohammed often like clicks on wrong stuff and then fixes his mistake. It's a bit weird. It's like he's really clicking fast. Bam, bam. He's clicking 1, 2, and then click. He's clicking very fast. And then he sees his mistake. Thank you, not really vibing. Thank you. Oh. Sorry, guys. Tommy K is still a little bit sick here. My throat a little bit. Tomorrow should be fine. Gucci gang. Air coming again out of our Polish friend. And I see him in big advantage here, man. He chose the map, he chose the faction. He seems a little bit more prepared today. He just got overrun, but most people will get overrun on North Bloom here. Birds in the background? You guys can hear the birds? What the fuck? The microphone. You can hear the birds? Spring is starting where I live. The birds are happy. All the... Wow! Whoa, I didn't even realize! The cherry trees are all white now. I have a lot of cherry trees. And just in the last 2 days, they must have been completely... No, they're white like snow. Wow, that's beautiful. Wow. I'm looking at perfectly white cherry trees. Damn, that looks beautiful. And yeah, everybody is having like... You know Germans, right? The moment the sun comes out, they're all like happy all of a sudden. You know, normally the last months Germans are like, well, don't look at me. And now they're all like, hi, what's up, man? Hi, nice to meet you. Caster discovers season live on stream. I'm probably out more than you, Bane. Okay? There we go, I said it. What are you gonna do about it? Well, now that you guys can't come to Stockholm, we can't wrestle. I'm very sad. But yeah, I decided to never go to conventions anymore other than ParadoxCon. I don't go to TwitchCon anymore. TwitchCon is just a bunch of normies with pink hair acting like they're big stuff, man. Fuck that. And yeah, if you meet me, you have no more chances. It's all fucked. You cannot meet me anymore. The only way you can meet Tommy K is you're very toxic to him, so he calls you out in real life for a fight. That's how you can meet me. Happy you can go to work back. Happy you should go back to English school, man. What? Germans made a bad experience with winter and no sun. Oh, sorry, my throat is going crazy, man. A WoW normie with red hair. How am I a WoW normie? The fuck? You call me a normie man? Today I sat in my bed looking at my magic cards, looking at them in awe. How is that normie? You want to see normie? I show you normie. Watch this. You see that? That right here is normieism. What the fuck? Thank you, Cheeto. Cheeto Beeto. Mohammed also doing air. We actually have an air war. Hey, thank you, Anthology Steel. 68 months, Alter. You are an old school fucker. Anthology, you have the Founders Badge, don't you? Anthology Steel, man. You are... Damn. I need to make a sub badge for 6 years. You don't have the Founders Badge? Text me in Discord. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get you the Founders Badge. Text me in Discord. Reminder, Founders Badge. I need to fix that. Light tank build coming out. It's a lot of light tanks. I don't know if he's overproducing it. And he did some air tech, but now doesn't build air. Light tank build. And he's fighting. Oh, light tank versus light tank. Like I told you guys, I'm thinking this is going to be a much more standard game. I don't think anyone is going to overrun so fast. Wait, he's doing left side Italy. Wow, interesting. Armata del Po has been banned, so he's doing left side Italy, which is a light tank build. Very interesting. Also, very strong air build. Italy is very known for good air. Italy's ultimate is your cast becomes unbeatable, pretty much. Your cast is 25% stronger. And left side Italy is something we barely ever see. Very light tank and air focus. You get a lot of light tanks, you get a little fleet. Fleet not so clever on this map. And you get crazy fighter bonuses. 10% fighter production bonus and 150 fighters here. So this is light tanks with air fighting Mohammed's Commonwealth. Basic Commonwealth build here. I'd love to see Canada, man. That would be fucking giga chat. But he's not. There's no medium tanks planned here for Canada. He's going left side 100%. Exactly. And both players spawning in 150 planks. This is a very big air game. And this looks like the first game where no one gets run over. I'm very excited about that. Wait, are both players on air? Allies, air, Axis, air. But where's your airplanes? There it is. Now he designed it, Fighter 2. Hopefully he does it well. Like Uncle Tommy told him to. Okay, he wants to also look for Cass. In this situation, as Mohammed, I'd love to actually take a machine gun here, not Cass. So you win the air war much better, and then the Cass is useless. So let's take a look at Mohammed, at his design. Which is, you know, he's not building it yet. Ooh. That means he's losing the air war now. Doesn't even care about the air. Doesn't care about the air war.
I am back. Hello.
It's left side Italy.
Hello.
Left side Italy.
Left side Italy. I think that's a solid pick.
Wait, is the Commonwealth banned? Wait. No, Commonwealth is... Is Commonwealth banned? Oh, come on.
Commonwealth is banned.
Oh,
yeah.
GG. Pause.
Yeah, Commonwealth is banned.
Yeah, what do we do about that?
The only thing I can go... Either we reset, or I can take a save and then undo the focuses.
Yeah, that seems to be... Do I have save games? I never really host.
Hello.
Thank you, Puggy. That's not good. That is not good, Mohammed. What do we do? I guess you take a save game. Undo the focuses. Let me really quickly see if I have a save game. It's 15th of October. 15th of October. 15th of October. That's a new picture. 15th of October. I do not have a save game, no. Yeah, you would have to do that. Okay. But
I'll go in and edit the save.
Yeah. Okay, you gotta rehost. There should be some kind of repercussion here for Mohammed. Maybe something like, I don't know. That's not Gucci. Mohammed not looking at the bands. Thank you, Puggy. I have so much fucking slime in my throat. Jesus. 5 steps for each testicle. That's not good. Yeah, Mohammed should have some kind of advantage now. He fucked that up. He should have some kind of... I don't know. Mitch is now gonna cheat to undo the focuses. I guess you could take one focus extra away from him. Like the beginning of the...
Yeah, right now we're kind of lucky in the fact that he hasn't done any focus other than the pick. Like, there's nothing's been spawned in. It's also, again, I think this is the first time Mohammed has played with bans in this format for a while. So, but what I will do is I will take a couple of divisions away as tribute.
what do you take away? Sorry, what do you take away?
I'm going to take away a couple of divisions as tribute. So some of his divisions are going to die to the gods here.
Okay. I would have argued maybe do a thing. He's not allowed to take a focus for 30 days or something.
Okay, we can do that instead.
Yeah, divisions sound so harsh. Okay, I'm gonna tell him. One sec. Yo. So, Mohammed, being the rule breaker he is, has taken a banned faction. We're now gonna rehost. Your focus is on Don Mohammed. You have to focus another one, and as a little penalty, you're not allowed to take a focus for 30 days. Okay, that's your little penalty.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Please don't take a focus for 30 days. We're gonna rehost in a sec. Okay. Yellow card. Don't forget. Oh, the chat is saying don't forget to delete his ships, but I think he didn't spawn them in yet, right? No.
He would have gotten a few from the faction pick, I think. I'm just double checking what the list is.
Also, Chick Little, Christoph is saying you're not at home yet or something, and you need to be here in a sec to play your game. But that's up to you, Chick Little. I don't know what you're doing. He is home, yeah. Christoph, why are you talking shit like a non-sub, Christoph? What rule did he break? He picked a nation that was banned. And he should have a little penalty for that. It's his duty to know what's banned. And yeah, but I think 30-day no focus is fair. I think that's okay. Yeah. But now he's in a pretty big disadvantage, yeah. But it's his fault. Okay, Mitchman is hosting, I think. Come on, Bane. Don't give that guy a sub. I just sent the guy $250. And he's like from the Czech Republic. He's rich now.
Just need to check all of the focuses because I'm going to have to undo them and then put them back in.
I'm really thinking what Lisa's gonna cook tonight. What kind of food I'm gonna get here soon. I'm very excited about that. Yeah, Chicken's here. He's ready for his game. First, we have to get this game over us. Arnold. Hikimori, your planet had like cool events today in Stellaris. Thank you for 1 year, man. Another topic, chat. You know what I fell in love with lately? I'm now in love with... How to say in English? Me and Lisa fell in love with this lately. We now love tea involving this. Maulbeer. I don't know how to say in English. We cook water and put that in. And then a bit of sugar. Arabs and Turks and Syrians do this a lot. We learned that from them. Super tasty, man. Making tea with that. Mulberries. Mulberry tea, man. We're in love with that, man. It's so good. Oh, man. And nobody sells that. Wherever we go, we can't buy any mulberries. You have to go to special stores. Mulberry tea, yep.
Can you do me a favor, actually, Tommy? Can you open the save and check if Mohammed did his civs or not? Yeah. I got the mills, but...
I don't have a save. I don't know if I'm...
Oh, okay. Don't worry.
Chat, am I doing this wrong? I never looked at save in my life. I don't have any saves, no.
I mean, I can't get involved. We're talking about tea and Germans. Like, when I went to Berlin, I had to just drink tea without milk the entire time, and that was already a war crime to me. So I've come to, it's resolute in my brain that it's like, no, I'm just never going to win them over. But
oh, how can you do milk and tea? That's, come on.
Hold on, I'm going to reload and then double check again. I'm sorry about this.
No problem. I have time.
So did he do the sieves?
Yeah, tea and milk is fucked up. That's fucked up.
No, he didn't do the sieves, so I was fine. Okay.
I think what makes a good tea is adding a bit of honey. That's what makes a good tea.
Focus.
Yeah. But you can never add the honey too early because it will just burn. You have to wait till the tea is a bit colder so the honey doesn't burn.
Boom, 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 boom. We're 5 focuses in. He started that one.
But I have a bit an issue with tea because Lisa drinks a lot of tea. And every time I go upstairs after a stream and I clean the kitchen, there is just 10 fucking teacups, man. Everybody has tea. You know how much fucking tea bags I throw away every day? God damn it. How does the honey burn? Come on, use your head, man. If you put honey in a very, very hot water, it's gonna burn the structure of the tea. It's destroying the flavor. It's destroying the whole existence of the honey, you know? Dude, you should see my kitchen chat, man. It's just infinite tea. It's just infinite tea, man. I lately fell in love with something new where I never done that before. I take cookies, like bought cookies from the store, my own cookies, and I dip it in milk. I never did that before, but I'm in love with it. And the milk has to be cold. The milk has to be cold. Thank you, Kenta Lucky. I think Mitch is gonna host soon.
Yeah, I'm just taking the save now, so I'm going to open a host in a second.
But I was never very involved with tea. I only drink chamomile tea with honey. That's pretty much what I do. Cookies and cold milk is good. Depends also on the cookie structure. If the cookie is too hard, it doesn't really connect with the milk well. But if you do like my Christmas cookies, you saw on YouTube, the cellular structure of my cookie is so soft that it really absorbs the milk well. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, M7 is getting a penalty. He's not allowed to take a focus for 40 days. Yes.
Yep. Have you told him that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
But if it's too soft, it falls apart in the milk. Yes, you need to be very experienced there. Oh, you hosted. Okay, there we go.
Yep, and they're both able to connect this time, so that's good.
So yeah, Polish guy had map pick, faction pick, and now Mohammed even has a 30-day focus debuff, so the advantage is massively on Polish guy.
Yeah, that 30 days is actually going to be about 60 because he's now 1 focus behind as well.
Yep. No.
So that's a big.
Yeah. But as I always say, man, the MMA. Thank you, RTZ. In MMA, the judges always say protect yourself at all times. It's your duty to not break the rules here.
Correct. Ready up, Tommy.
Oh, sorry. Observer and ready. You know, chat, I've been lately thinking of actually making a license for MMA judge. I genuinely believe I will be quite good at it. I think I could be very objective. You know, I want to go to amateur matches and be the judge. Something I'm actually interested in.
That'd be cool.
Let's see. Something I'm interested in. Let's see. We'll see. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my rules.
So from the 15th of November... Oh, who paused?
Okay.
Who paused?
Access is bugged out and doesn't have a focus tree. It's all bugged.
Oh.
GG.
Really?
He says he has no focus tree.
Oh, damn. Okay.
GG.
That's annoying. Okay, so
like
what we'll do... Yeah, I think it's going to be a full rehost, and then it will just do the 30-day delay from the beginning.
Let's do that. Full rehost. World of Warcraft stream is gonna happen later. I know it hurts, chat. I know. Oh, my fucking throat. Mamma mia.
Have you got water? Have you got a glass of water?
Oh, I'm drinking so much water. I pee all the time. I pee so much. I'm drinking so much.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we're gonna rehost. Mohammed will not take focus for 40 days. Let's hope this is the only instance of this rule break today. We're all gonna be human here. People do mistakes, it happens. Ask your parents about that. And we're gonna restart the game. And I'm gonna log in. Oh, there we go. I'm ready up. I'm gonna peel it quick.
Okay.
Ready when you are. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the world.
Was that UFC brought to you by Pinocchio? What? Oh dear. Tommy man. So chat. Oh. Yeah, no, you're right. It should be 45, at least 45. Because of the lost focus. You are right, chat. I'll rerule it. He's a real he is a real boy. He is indeed a real boy. Right, I'm gonna get them in the game so they can do their starting clicks. This will hopefully mean as soon as Tommy's back, we'll be able to get this show on the road. So the channel point prediction will stay up. Who do you think is going to win? I want to actually see. So I know people have been predicted, but I want to see which way people have been voting, especially now with this delay. Anyway, oh guys, don't be mean. But yeah, are you believers in M7? Are you here for this new kid on the block? Like I want to see in chat. Give me your words. Give me your support. I want to see the hype. Especially with this now, a full level playing field again, but Mohammed just really down on that pick. It's not his, as Tommy was saying, it's not his map pick, it's not his faction pick, and now he's 45 days behind. So will Mohammed be able to surmount the odds, be able to fight on through? Because 45 days is a long time. It's a long old time. But yeah. So these guys, are they both ready? Are they ready? Let me know. Let me know when ready. There we are. I know what this was. It was all it was Mohammed was throwing it so I could watch a full match. That's exactly what it is. He disliked that I wasn't there to cast the full game, and he's given me that reset. He's given me that time to view this spectacular comeback. What the? Did he just punch you? Did you just try to punch yourself in the dick?
No, no.
Did you?
No, what? I would never do that. I jumped and slapped my ass.
Right. Okay.
It makes a great sound. Anyway.
Right. Okay.
So, yeah, we have to. Unfortunately, we're apologizing, my dear chat. We have to restart here. A rule break from Mohammed. Is this showing he's nervous? Is this showing he's not ready yet for the qualifiers? And Mohammed is not allowed to take a focus until the 1st of February, March, April, May.
So it'd be actually the 14th of May because obviously we've got to offset some of the fact that one of those focuses was completed. So it's actually a 45 day.
Got you. Does he know that? You told him?
Yeah, I've edited the thing, so hopefully he's sorry. If not, if it's 30, we'll fucking move with it. It's just something the chat pointed out, and I was like, oh yeah, you're probably right. But
and Polish guy's asking, is he now allowed to go Commonwealth? Well, obviously not. Yeah.
No.
This is meta though, because now Mohammed gets more PP. Nah, he's actually losing a lot of mils, which actually hurts.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's about getting the production time out. Yeah, so like he's going to be behind on getting his industry out, which means it's actually worse to take the 30 days now with the restart. At least in the position he was at before, he had his mills, his industry was already on fire and going, and now he's basically delaying the output of his industry by 45 days. That's huge.
Why did he get penalized? Because he said to be okay with the white flag. Hashtag fuck the Pope. And yeah, what the fuck?
Yeah, he picked. The reason he's penalized is because he took a faction that had been banned by the other player in the pick and ban phase of this tournament.
And we are back with game 3, Mohammed versus Polish guy. Let us see who's gonna take Mohammed, and a huge disadvantage here. He didn't have faction pip, didn't have Mac pick, and also got penalized? Penalized or penalized?
Penalized, yeah. Both work.
Penalized, okay.
Both work. I think one's the American way of saying it, one's the British English way of saying it.
But also, something I like about... sorry.
I was going to say, as a note, this will be much harder to do in future because we are actually...
he took a focus. No, that's not 30 days. What is he doing? No. Pause. I was just about to say, I love how adult Mohammed is about this. That's not a month, maybe in the Muslim calendar, I don't know.
Wait. Is he on Axis or Allies?
He's allies. Mohammed is allies.
Yeah, I don't have a focus for him.
He was just on Sifs. I think... am I retarded?
Did you have Axis clicked and then open it?
Maybe I was wrong. Oh, sorry. Maybe I was wrong.
Yeah, you had Axis clicked.
Oh, sorry. I apologize. I fully apologize. I apologize.
Yeah, but
I apologize.
It's fine. But as I was about to say, is we are actually currently modding in a pick and ban screen ourselves to actually have it mechanically in the mod. So some of these mistakes won't be able to happen in future.
How would you do that though when you host a brand new game, like a game 2? How would that how would you do that?
Basically, whoever's hosting the game, a pop-up will come up of which ones you can tick off, and there's an unlimited amount you can tick off. But essentially, I believe actually we're going to have it so each player ticks off their faction, and then they both have to confirm it. Otherwise, you can also reset it. But there's going to be a physical screen that will do it.
That's really cool. Yeah.
It's being worked on. That's happening. We're going to have it. Don't worry.
Also, you guys ever thought about when someone picks a faction, the other factions get deleted? For more overview.
So we've had that before. We actually had that implemented before, but what happened was it meant that you could tell what people's factions they were picking because you could open the opposite person's screen on the intel. Obviously, there are ways to still learn that very, very early on by, for example, looking at the names of fleets. That's you can see anyway. Yeah, I know Nafe is going to actually counterpoint me exactly as I say it. I know it exists, but it's one of those things of that's a level of experience that people have to do and have to learn to find those things rather than it just being thrown in front of them.
Nafe, I'll also send you money tomorrow morning. Today is a holiday in Germany, okay? No money. I'm too lazy. Tomorrow. And, yeah. By the way, is Segel watching the stream?
He is. He's just not a sub, so he has to keep using his channel points to
talk.
Segel,
how about you... You know what I'm going to say here, Segel, right? I'm not going to have to say it out loud, right? You want 2.5k or not? I can keep them. How about you send me the documents? This fucking guy. These people, man. I'm texting them Discord. I want to give you money. And they're like, oh, no, I'm busy. I'm playing Power World.
Surely Segel's the easiest person to give it to. He's in the same fucking country as you.
Oh, yeah, that's actually... Yeah, that's actually... Actually, it's not really an issue. It's very easy nowadays. Luckily, now the bank doesn't care anymore. Hey, legit, in the beginning, I always got calls. Oh, you're sending money to Serbia? Are you okay, sir? Like, what the fuck? Don't ask me. Isn't that, like, private? Everything is private until they want to know. I need your button. Leonard, talk to me in Discord. And send me that document. And you get anything you want from me. You know that. Why are you always being so awkward about everything, Leonard? I need documents. You want to go there right now? I need to... Let's talk about it real quick, blah, blah, blah. When my tax attorney did my taxes for the first international ever, the tax agent from the German government was like, hey, there has been money sent to certain people and you're not having any proof of that shit. And that's not cool. We need proof of everything. This is Germany. For example, in this international, the $10,000 were sponsored fully by Paradox. So when Paradox gives me $10,000 and I cannot prove I gave this away to others, the tax attorney thinks this is my $10,000 and I get taxed 50%, meaning TommyKay loses $5,000, which is why I need from all the 8 players documents. I hereby received money from TommyKay for the international with a signature to show the German tax office, hey, this money has come in and given out again. Please don't tax me forward 50%. That's what's going on. Which is also why I don't like so often doing tournaments, because the aftermath with all the payment stuff is ultra annoying. That's why I like Speed 5 and Mitchman, because they do all that stuff. I'm just hosting and casting. Leonard, say one more, do it one more time. And Leonard, that little muppet who always wants to be the most intelligent guy in the room, but never understands when to stop, doesn't believe in that and wants to argue with me. And if you want to keep arguing, Leonard, see what happens. We can do that, no problem. Send me the documents or don't.
I'm very glad that I don't have to do all of the tax information stuff
dude,
for this tournament.
It is so bad.
But I have to do it all for myself. I do all of my own taxes, and it's the biggest. I hate it every year, and I'm getting to the point where I'm like, nah, I'm just going to pay someone to do this. But I was taught at a relatively younger age on how to do this stuff because my dad is an accountant. Or was an accountant, so it's just like, so he was like, this is how you do it, and I'm like, oh, actually, pretty simple. But then I fell into the trap, especially when I was at university, and all of my friends, I was on an acting degree, all of my friends are actors. As an actor, you're normally self-employed, you have to do all your own taxes. It meant that a lot of my friends would turn to me and go, hey, how do I do this? And I'm like,
it's a huge skill.
Oh no. Oh no!
It's a huge skill to do your own taxes. The biggest streamer in Germany, Montana Black, he makes millions, right? And he is known for doing his own taxes, and he saves 6 digits on that. If I would do my own taxes, man, that would be a lot of money. But it's a lot of hard work, especially with streamers. Doing taxes is not so easy, right? With donations, all that stuff.
Especially with different nations getting involved as well.
Yeah, it's
like, did you?
Weird.
Is this a nation that has trade tax partnerships with your country? Is this one not?
Oh,
it's like, oh,
God. Super. And the interesting thing in Germany right now, it's very interesting for me personally, is that the German tax offices are now for the first time ever checking streamers this year, 2024. And one big streamer, a big German streamer, actually went to court. He went to court against the German government and lost, obviously. The biggest mafia in the world is governments, and he lost, and he now, in his own case, not for everyone, he now has to pay 90% income tax on all donations.
Oh.
This could very soon be a law for all the German streamers ever, meaning you have to pay 90% on all donations in the past too. Meaning a lot of streamers have to do, how to say in English, you have to pay for stuff that was in the past, and then you're pretty much 19%. And that will make some people go bankrupt, man. That's like, what the fuck? But yeah, that's just adult fucking dumbass tax talk, and I'm so excited to move to the Cayman Islands soon. Yay! That's how I know you're an old boomer. My biggest issue in life is taxes. Back in the day, man, I was a young liberal. I care about the climate change. I'm gonna vote green now. I'm like, who lowers taxes? You have my vote. I'm like an old boomer now. Tommy K Malta, streaming soon. So, talk about the game. Mohammed on air, lots of air. Is he doing a basic airplane or puts he cast in it? MK1. Yeah, both players. So he actually uses cannons, whereas his opponent is using MGs. That's very interesting. And I would like to actually compare them both. You see MGs. Let's do that. Windows 11, you press this button. Wait, I bought a new keyboard and it doesn't have a print button. No! This new keyboard has no print button. Oh no! Fuck this keyboard. I will throw that away. Oh no, I have no print button on the new keyboard. It's like a short one with not the right side part. Oh. No, I have to press shift. Look at that. Shift. Nee. Huh? There's like a special button to unlock the print button. Huh? Is it Alt? Nee. Control? I don't understand. FN key.
Oh,
what's the FN key?
Oh yeah, yeah. Do you have an FN key?
What is FN key?
Should be about bottom right, like near the arrow key. Well, left of the arrow keys, right of the actual keyboard bit. If you've got one.
I can't find it now. FN. FN. Oh, sick! Wow, God, I'm such a boomer. FN. But stop. This is actually quite interesting to compare these planes. So one guy is doing an MG plane, the other guy is a cannon plane, and I really want to see this. So watch this, chat. So the Axis is doing a plane with MGs, which I think will be better. I'm predicting that. Whereas Mohammed is building a plane with cannons. So let us take a look. You see his cannons. So let's compare. This is the cannon plane and this is the MG plane. So the cannon plane, they have the same speed. The range is a bit better for the cannon plane, which probably has to do with other stuff. I don't know why that actually is a thing. And now we take a look. Air defense, the MG plane is winning. Air attack, the cannon plane is winning. Agility, though, massive bonus on the MG plane. And air superiority, both the same. I have no idea what's better here. Some nerd would have to look at that. And one guy has more air attack, the other one has more agility. That's a great question. I don't know what's better. It seems almost equal, and who has more depends. Is the big question. That's a very interesting question. I have no idea what the answer is. I agree with Nave. I will do this. I will do a basic plane just to make sure my air is green and the enemy cast doesn't do shit. So, speed freeze here. We're getting in. Let's take a look at the Axis build. Sorry for being a bit off here. He's doing very basic infantry with light tanks. Light tanks adds armor and a lot of airplanes here. 100 cast, 150 fighters. Whereas Mohammed is showing exactly the same. His division is infantry with light tanks. Big Meta actually has engineering, as the other guy doesn't have. And air-wise, we're looking at no cast here. We're looking at 125 air superiority. So the air war is massively going towards the Axis. 100 transports, 126 planes versus 150 planes and 100 cast. The air war is fully going for our Axis player. Mohammed not looking that sweet here at the moment. And the picks, merchant fleet coming out. He's playing combined headquarters, probably for pair dropping. I often think there's better picks versus left side Italy, which is an air and light tank build, which shows us the Axis looks very strong here. Okay.
I'm so interested in the fact that Mohammed has taken the Navy pick for the combined operations headquarters already. He's taken that escort fleet. I wonder if he's going to see if he gets naval dominance and then possibly plan a later naval invasion, but the war is on, so I'm going to shut up about that. We'll see about that later. Not using the paratroopers to land, obviously, with the delay. The air is also going to be contested, I think. But, yeah, good rush. Really good rush with those smaller combat with
I
trucks.
was just about to say, though, I feel not so good for Mohammed here. He's 10,000 guns behind. His opponent massively leading on guns. It's just everywhere I look, Mohammed seems to be a slightly bit behind. But now, that's the beautiful thing about Hoi4 Esports 101s. Micro still matters, not just your build does. Which is why Leonard will never win tournaments. And we see that Mohammed is already looking in a good position. He took the She-Men. No, there's no supply up here. He did not take the supply up of She-Men. Gotta be careful. This area is a bit of a dead zone. And now let's take a look. He should probably bring these divisions over, which he's doing now. Also, Mohammed was a huge mistake. Quiz question for 150 viewers. What is the big mistake Mohammed is doing right now? If you look at this desktop here. This is a little test for you guys. What's the big mistake? No planning bonus exactly, my friend. No frontline and no planning bonus. And planning bonus, as Simobs has taught us all, is huge in Stellaris World of Warcraft Hoi 4, since you're losing up to 50% bonuses on attack. His opponent, though, probably has planning bonus. Exactly, there's the planning bonus. You don't use it, you don't battle plan, but you have the bonus. There's also 2 light tanks being used. These are probably spawned in from the light tank tree. And they're very good, man. They're very good. Left side Italy, very, very strong here, man. Left side Italy is something people have been making a long time. You produce so many light tanks, which he so dearly needs in his divisions to add the armor. He is unlocking beautiful 150 fighters. 10% fighter production. He's just winning the air war completely. I love left side Italy. You get 2 light tanks. You can delete them for more light tanks and divisions. 2 mountaineers, big on this map. A fleet. Then Giovanni Messe, not the best. -20 consumer goods, pretty weak, but then by blood alone, 25% more cast damage is completely insane, and 10% division attack. Left side Italy. Italy is starting to slowly turn into one of the best picks here in the 101 world, man. Something that was unthinkable of 3-4 weeks ago. Very beautiful. Now, Mohammed currently leading with 2 cities. He has the health advantage, but the red bubbles are coming up. And these light tanks of his opponent have unbelievable breakthrough. These are spawn. Normally we meme at spawn in divisions that they just get deleted, but these 2 light tanks are so good here. Crushing through actually. But, as I always say, chat, supply hubs matter. No one cares what you take, you need to take a supply hub. And Henan needs to hold, which seems to be the case for Mohammed. The air war. There is no air war. There is an air war. It's just a bit buggy. And Mohammed losing that air war currently.
Yeah, last stands coming in to try and save that supply hub. Mohammed really under pressure here, and we were actually really seeing the difference in that that delay in being able to get those factories out and getting that production up. It's rampant right now. Mohammed is fighting for his current match off life, and yeah, Yeah, it's a deficit that he's going to struggle with all game. It's got, honestly, I think this is going to have to be mistakes on the part of our Polish player here that puts him out at this point. I'm already seeing cracks in the defenses, and it's insurmountable odds at this point almost.
Yeah, Mohammed might be going down soon in Eastern Taiwan. These two supply ups under massive pressure. The two light tanks doing so good here, man. Showing us left side Italy is such a beautiful pick, man. I'm building fleet now. Maybe not the best thing, but Italy looking great here. And look at his how green he looks, man. He just needs 120 light tanks, whereas Mohammed is just so behind on guns. This is very, very bad for Mohammed. He's fighting for his tournament life. He's holding these supply ups. Let's take a look at the access supply here, which is a bit red. And as always, supply is king. By the way, chat, tomorrow we're gonna design the t-shirts. Supply is king t-shirt. We're getting designed tomorrow. Supply t-shirts, very important. And both players. Oh, Mohammed now losing the supply hub. The battle with so big. He's just getting crushed here. Steven enemy cast. 3 damage. No, 1 damage for the Italians. Cast doesn't do much here. Oh, Mohammed trying so hard. No desperate defense though from him. Doesn't want to do that, which is clever. He knows he has no guns. And that's a massive supply hub win for our Polish friend, and that is big. That supply hub is big. He needs to wait. Needs to stay patient until it's connected. I think you should wait here. You're not going to take that, but great advantage for a Polish guy who might take down the rank 1 player in the world here tonight and take a slot in the qualifiers of the best 16.
Yeah, I'm really sort of judgmental of this pick. I think losing Commonwealth and also the setback has really thrown Mohammed here.
Yeah.
But he seems so determined to get the SAS out, to get those paratroopers out, and they weren't really utilized because both players went air. In this scenario, yes, hindsight and cast of view is 2020 on this, but I want to say something like China or something like US 12 would have been so much better here at holding this line, especially with the production deficits. Also, was France ever banned?
I think France has been banned. I'm pretty sure, yeah. I
Okay.
think it was less banned.
But even so, then also US 12 still has huge production bonuses. Like China, you can afford to just throw men at the line. Like I feel like there could be like you still get a decent bonus to infantry attack with US. Like, yeah, I feel like that there could have been better picks.
It brings us back to the story you talked about earlier. Mohammed is one of the best players of all times, but as you said, and I didn't know that about him, he struggles a bit with pressure when he's behind, and this is maybe something we saw here today. Maybe having the first pick in the first game would have been good for him, but and yeah, Chad, this is almost encirclement. Even though it's uncircled, the supply is taken. But the Access player also struggling a tiny bit, and I'm getting a commercial. Nice Wendepunkt when the bomb and the Cold War came together. Thank you so much, Google, for telling. What the fuck? Getting random commercials on my desktop. That's kind of invasive.
Yeah, Mohammed is very much a snowball player. He's someone who really plays with momentum. When he's winning, he is winning. He's someone that will win back to back to back to back. But if he gets thrown, he will look shaky. He's not infallible in that front. And yeah, it's I think this has been a prime example of that. Like a lot of little mistakes. He's favorite to win, going in with that confidence, and then just having it absolutely like. As I know in these qualifiers, yes, he ended up in the higher elo of this, but Mohammed went undefeated in these qualifiers, in the ladder this week.
Wow,
like, undefeated. So this is just what I mean. He can go so cleanly, but as soon as he gets thrown once, especially if it's on a staged format, it does look rough for him, and it takes a lot to get over it. But then again, I will say he's also king of coming back and getting over himself and actually putting forward. That is why he's world champion at the moment. But yeah, this is not the Mohammed we saw in December.
And he just got crushed here on the river. This is old school Hoi 4. The river is taken. Now with good micro, you can do great things. You need supply ups though, Qingdao or Jinan. Otherwise, you slowly go into a low supply zone. But Mohammed looking lethargic here. Needs to find a solution. But look, he's so open. One division holding here. It looks so weak for Mohammed. And he might just get crushed here in his final game. And it's so interesting that Mitch just told us that Mohammed was undefeated in his 20+ qualifier games this week. And he is looking like he doesn't belong here right now. He is looking far, far behind. Even a naval invasion, beautifully played. This is just for probing, something I really like to see on high-level play. You make a lot of naval invasions that are not supposed to do anything. They're just supposed to stress your opponent out. You want to hear your opponent.
Oh,
Hear the sound of what? If you hear that, you get stressed. It's a
that's going to land. The Allied Navy just got its battleship sunk, and there's going to be troops landing here from the Axis, I think.
No, he put a division on Qingdao, which was very clever by Mohammed. He microed it well and put a division there, and with only 2 breakthrough, I don't think there might be a landing. But it's a beautiful thing to do. I love this. I always think about what the best naval invasion, I'm sorry, I'm a bit off today. A bit sick. I always think about what the best way of 4 is, right? And I love these meme naval invasions. Invasions that are not supposed to do anything. They're not really something you believe in, but there might be a first encirclement here. Nice micro, man. Polish guy microing very well. You're just trying to stress your opponent. And the first encirclement for Mohammed, taking down Motoho Haishidan, a good division, and dead. A first sign of being alive from Mohammed, who is currently still leading in the game. His opponent is only at 375 health. Mohammed looking up, but now the 2 light tanks coming to the plains. These 2 light tanks. Looks like the Polish guy, someone that's very unknown, has great micro. The Zoomer micro is showing here, showing great momentum in decision making. What's he building? Just mills. Probably very, very green as equipment, but running out of fuel here. He needs to stop using his fleet soon. And the air also should be fully his. Yeah, Mohammed has no more fighters left. The air is fully going to Italy here. Mohammed looking really bad here. He needs to make a big micro move to have another chance. The light tank's now crushing the planes. But then again, Chad, there's nothing to gain here, right? You need to take Qingdao or encirclement. No one cares if you take these 3 tanks. You need to do something with that. Woo, woo, the whole time, man. There you go. This is gonna be... Oh, look at that. Mohammed even open right here, giving away provinces for free. Mohammed just doesn't have the division count, it seems. And now this could be a big breakthrough. Again, the only weaknesses, right? No supply. Oftentimes I think like 100 transport planes doing supply drops could be good. Mohammed trying to getting counter in Jinan.
I mean, it's a big fuel investment, so if you're struggling on fuel, the supply drop's probably not the way to go. But if they're sitting around and not doing anything, by all means, use them. Utilize everything that you have.
And here comes the grand ultimate of Italy, something we barely see. I love it, though. 25% more cast damage. Population not so good on this map. Air superiority bonus in combat and cast. That's insane. You know, he has air superiority, which is... I want to show you guys. This is an Italian unit, and I want to show you, chat. I'm super interested in always these buttons. You see air support 11.5%, and that is gonna get multiplied by another 25%. Massive. And your ground support bonus of cast damage right here. No, I think it's now in the game. No, where do you see it again? But the cast now also 25% more damage. I love the Italian ultimate. It's so strong. Hard to get, very late gamey, but compared to Mohammed's late game, right? Who took Commonwealth here, and he gets nothing. You know, I often on these weekends, look, I'm not the best in these 101s. I don't practice this much like these guys do. I personally often feel people are taking the wrong choices. Like, what did Mohammed get from this? Like, good generals? What do you get? You got a bunch of Marines? What do you have? You have a bunch of paratroopers. You have a navy nobody cares about. What did you really get here, right?
Yeah, it's a special infantry? Yeah, it's infantry breakthrough, it's some special forces, and it's a weak navy, and some okay generals. It's definitely not the strongest tree right now, and I think it's kind of showing, especially with the added delay on the industry. It's one of those factions that really needs extra industry, and I feel like there are other faction choices that would have been better here. China, America, exactly. US 12 as well, just even because you knew you were going to have that industry delay. If you could survive to a late game and get Arsenal Democracy out, you'd offset that. You'd be back in a fighting position. So, yeah.
But to cut Mohammed's deck, he's currently winning. He is winning. He's holding his line. The health of Polish guy is dripping down. He picked the axis here, has all the advantages, and Mohammed is holding this. And I look what Mitch said here. You know, in StarCraft, here we go. There's something that beautiful that happened. Back in the day when StarCraft was new, nobody would respect casters. Casters, sure, they analyze, they look at stuff, but they don't have the skill like real players. Nowadays, the casters of StarCraft are very respected. And you even have a thing nowadays where professional gamers are connecting themselves with casters and ask them, what can I improve? What can I see? And I think that is something that applies to Heuforia, as arrogant as it sounds. I think that me and Mitch, from our far away bird view that see everything, I think we always have good tips that maybe people, the players, should maybe think about a bit and at least debate in their brains, right? Was Mohammed's pick of right side Norway really that good here, right? Something to think about.
Yeah, I, if he can turn it around, then yes, I think it would have been. But it's also one of those things of even a bad faction pick in the hands of someone who's very, very strong at the game is going to look good. You know, there's an element of Mohammed's, like how much of it's the faction pick, how much of it is Mohammed's skill. I will say the special forces are going to come in handy with the river crossings. Yes, that's a nice benefit. Yes, having some extra breakthrough in your infantry is nice. But yeah,
right, two.
It's 2 Marines, it's Mountaineers,
yeah. Wouldn't you
it's
rather have a bonus on 46 divisions rather than 2? That's just always how I argue a bit. You know?
Honestly, this whole pick is going over the Special Air Service. He wanted the SAS divisions and the all-weather acclimatization and the bonuses from there. That's all this was like facilitating on, in the same way that it was what he was going for first with the Commonwealth pick, even when it was a mistaken pick. The focus was on the shared tree, not actually the content of the tree, and that's putting a lot of favor on just this thing. Yes, you get some heavy fighters, but they haven't been taken. Like it feels very, very weird, especially when you're on the back foot.
Where's the US Marine Corps? Here. One guy in chat says if you want Marines, do the US Marine Corps. Yeah, superior firepower, Marines. But you get river crossing penalty goes down. Tank bombers, yeah.
Amphibious tank division.
I feel like, yeah, that China would have been so good here, man. And sometimes I think people don't believe enough on right side Russia. Mass assault obviously sucks up, but that I truly believe the 150 cast and the railway gun can be so good. And you get the air bonus, don't forget. I don't know. I'm quite excited to play my own 101 soon and just test stuff out. Play faction somebody else plays and just try stuff. But again, Mohammed is currently winning, which is interesting as hell. He's actually winning pretty hard.
I'm gonna quickly pause here because I need to double check some things.
Oh. Do I want to hear this? Oh god, I'm scared.
Yeah, I just need Mohammed to check Discord. I think it's because of here. I think it's because the rest of his navy's been sunk, but his navy is currently violating the rules.
Yeah, often people don't know that. That's people, it's not really a big.
Yeah, he's merged it.
One sec.
Yeah, he's merged it. It's we're unpausing, but he's running. Okay, be quick. Anyway, yeah, it's just one of those things. I think his navy was destroyed, so I just needed to make sure he saw it, and make sure that was sorted. Yeah, but this is a good naval invasion coming in here on the Qingdao Peninsula here. Sorry, the Shandong Peninsula here, where Qingdao is actually focused. But there is going to be some fighting back. There's some heavy push here from Mohammed. Mohammed also getting off a really good last stand there, protecting that naval front there. I'm talking about the enemy lines. Behind enemy lines pop up in front of you. It's totally fine, but this is an all-out battle for this Jiangdong Peninsula. Half the VPs now dropping away. The fighting's being censored. Yes, it's too gruesome to look at. Oh dear. But yeah, it's what you can't see right now, chat. It's actually this is actually where all the combat is happening. But you see on just to the left of that box where the paratrooper of the Marines and the 4 infantry is, that is Jinan. That is the main focus of this fight. Even though it's the VP, Qingdao doesn't matter here. Taking Jinan is the target. It is the supply hub. If you take Jinan, all of this falls apart, especially now that Mohammed has no naval dominance. Qingdao will not be able to be navally supported. If this Jinan or the railroad between it can be taken or disrupted, it's going to spell a lot more disaster. But Mohammed is fighting. He is putting troop after troop into these battles, and it is an all-out brutal war. The unfortunate thing for our Axis player is he's pushing into tiles where the allies have advantage from attacking in multiple directions, but he's trying to trigger those pushes. He's got troops now kicking out from the Shandong invasion. He's keeping those troops cycled in. Mohammed desperately trying to get a reinforced meme off, I think. He is winning the battle, but it's being reinforced and reinforced. I'm just trying my best now to support us and support your viewing experience, much like the support weapons 4 coming up onto the screen now. Look at this. Oh my God, listening to Hoi 4 matches on the radio because you can't see shit. It's exactly that. It is exactly that. Tommy, get your underwear wearing ass back here. Come on, give me that booty slap and get back. Because together, me and you, sir, we will be united as we conquer this stream. Again, new national focus coming on up. But the battles have kind of calmed. The battles have calmed. They're taking a moment. The air war does continue, though. Planes getting shot down. It is a 2-to-1 trade right now. It is almost a 50-50 airspace. Currently, it seems that the allies are slowly scraping back the victory. Oh my God, he's coming back. He's coming back. Look at this. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, my man. There we go. Okay, you've got to close. All of the combat that just happened for the last entire time you were away was covered by those text boxes. So it's been fine, though. We're seeing a real big battle going on around this Shandong Peninsula.
Axis getting encircled, needs to retreat from the port here. This is getting pretty bad now for the Polish player. I saw him. What happens so often in these casts, I think someone is totally winning, but then he's not because of the victory points. And yeah, that's an encirclement almost here. Doesn't pin. But Polish guy who looked so ahead in the game, who is winning the air completely, is currently losing. He's losing. I think he's winning the air war hard. Yeah. He's massively winning the air war. I think oftentimes players understand your cast has to be closer to do more damage. If you take a look here, look, there's actually a lot of cast damage. There's a lot of cast damage. Yeah, a lot of cast damage. The cast is doing great. Now he's going a bit all inish here, attacking a lot. Should probably get out of this port here. But he's tanking a lot of Mohammed's. And then again, no, Mohammed's build right now is a lot of infantry holding. And with China, man, you know, man, you will hold so much better. The X-player overinvested in air. He has so much stuff, but he's not floating well though. This is actually very nice. He's not floating anything. Normally, if you see like 10k guns, I think that's really wrong. Because you have equipment you don't use, you don't see value. Oh, he might break over the river though. Mohammed not moving here. Oh, so much cast damage, but it's just not enough. And now you see how handy it comes that he has the Italian super bonus of 35% more cast damage, and now he's unlocking terrain adaptation. Yeah, very, very nice. Damn, he's got to be careful. He could actually lose this. And again, this was his faction pick of the Axis. Uh-oh. It is getting... Oh, I accidentally muted. Oh, God.
I know. I was talking that entire time as well. Sorry. I didn't realize until I looked up on stream, so your mouth moving at the same time as mine. I was like, how is this possible?
Watching Dow attack here? Now, oh. Yeah. Mohammed looking great right now. He's actually... So often, Mitch, I feel like some guy is totally winning him, but then he's not.
Yeah. I was just saying that I think it's been, I think Nave is correct. It's an overinvestment in certain areas, but it's also didn't keep the pressure up at the right times. Like there was definitely moments where Mohammed looked weak. There could have been combat, there wasn't. This is looking at a decent breakthrough. It could change. He's cut the rail line, which means Qingdao is now slightly more under threat, but he's not going to be able to hold that. There's not enough troop to keep that advance up. Also, not enough pressure going towards Zhengzhou and the Henan supply hub. These supply hubs are key. So yeah, it's looking pretty rough.
But an interesting and epic final game here after the first two games have been complete rushdowns. This game is holding what we promised. Very equal as I put my microphone in mustard. This happens every weekend. I'm shocked. I was so sure Polish guy had this. But Mohammed showing his experience and showing he doesn't crumble under pressure. This is how you win the Hoi 4 International 2023 for $5,000. You don't do that by just coping a lot like other people. And this is looking really good. Maybe Taijuan. Taijuan could be something. Maybe some Mountaineers. They're right here, the Mountaineers. The Mountaineers could do a lot in Taijuan right now with good cast help. Yeah, he should probably focus Taijuan. He's running out of options.
That naval invasion's gone.
1/5. Oh, that's a big encirclement. That's why I said he should probably get out of there. That's big.
it's a really hard to hold a naval invasion there. The supply is super weak on the Shandong Peninsula. You need to make sure you disrupt Jinan. That's the only thing that you need. Like, the supply hubs are the key to this map. The actual VP points, like actually the VP locations, don't really matter. It's all about those other points.
And there we go. Polish guy finally going left, as I told him. Polish guy, though, you have to set up your planning bonus. Don't forget that. And there was something we discussed very hard last week. You need to train your mountaineers up. It takes like 1 minute to train them up to get 25% more damage. Something people should always think about. Mohammed giving away a division for free here. Okay. In the north. And Mohammed needs to understand, this is all about Taijuan now. The Cass has a big issue reaching only 2 orc damage. Yeah, taking the south here. This is his final all-in. Taijuan or bust.
Yep.
But Mohammed staying so calm. Beautiful.
He could get another tile of to attack from as well with this combat if he moves his troops into one of the gray areas here. He could be attacking this from what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 directions. This map seems very allied-sided. Honestly, it's been a very Axis-sided map for the entirety of this tournament.
Yeah, and he just picked Axis, guys.
Yeah.
This is... Very often people say, oh, this is unbalanced, but there were so many opportunities to have a different approach here. The kills are almost equal. Now the Axis even losing more. This is starting to look very bad for Polish guy. Polish guy... He's trying to... I really respect that. He is staying active. He's a great player here. Always. He's trying certain things, but Mohammed is such an experienced guy, guys. I don't know if this is going to work. But I love the micro here today. You never saw anyone float research. Well, there you go. There's a float, but both players are very active, man. And one thing I really am a fan of and love is that every weekend we watch these one-on-ones. The skill is rising and rising and rising. And seeing the qualifiers soon. I think there's only 2 more weekends after this, right? You said, Mitch?
Yeah, we got next week and the week after. We're almost at the end of our journey here. Like, last week was the midpoint. So yeah, we've got 4.
And then
like,
the qualifiers. I'm very excited about the qualifiers.
And then those playoffs are going to be really exciting. Seeing all these people play against each other, whittling down to our final 8. It's going to be really cool.
And then time to come to Stockholm. I will go to Stockholm, not you, Chad. But we're excited to go back to Stockholm, and then we're going to see some high level. And I really guarantee everybody that these people will really practice a lot of tactics. They will have hidden trap cards ready. And South Taiwan, the Mountaineers are trying so hard, but no Cass. Maybe a mistake is, let me check something. Something I learned the hard way is, who owns the airport here? You need like a closer airport. The airport is too far away. You could even maybe try to get more range on Cass. A big argument against Cass on this map, my opinion, is that the range on this map is so high. There's so much range that Cass... You know, if I would be playing on this map, I wouldn't do a lot of Cass builds, because the range is just too much. You don't reach anything. What brings you all that Cass if your Cass only does 6 orc damage here, right? You have all this Cass and it does nothing. That's a big issue about this. He's trying, but almost done. 61 health left. It looks like Mohammed is doing the unthinkable and goes to the qualifiers as one of the top 16 players. The rank. Oh, it's the legendary resort meme. We had a reinforcement meme. South Taijuan taken. 56 health left here for our Polish guy. Now very much threatening Taijuan. He needs an airport or something. Something needs to happen. A beautiful push. But he has to be fast. He has a supply. Supply looks amazing here for him. Even broke over the river, but there's no VP here. He has 50 health left. He's now breaking through in the last moments of the game. Holy smoky, this looks great. Is Mohammed here? What is he doing? Where's the micro, Mohammed? There's the micro showing it there. But this is high level Hoi 4. Attacks from all sides. And he is trying to encircle. Maybe Jinan is the answer, not Taijuan. Jinan, though, is not a victory point. He needs Qingdao. 41 health left. His time is ticking. Now attacking on all fronts. Battle planning now, going all in. Trying to battle plan, but 39 health left. 39 health left. Oh my god, he might just go for an all-in on the capital. This is just too late. Gets encircled. Battle planning all in here. Very, 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 very all-in-ish. And this should have happened 5 minutes earlier, maybe. Mohammed, though, the wall is standing.
If he was going to battle plan, he should have done it in the mid game where he still had that advantage, where we saw Mohammed was so desperately out of guns, was still behind economically. Like, and honestly, it could have, it would have bled him a lot, but it could have bled a lot more. Yeah, those defenses are going to hold. I'm pretty sure of it, unless something really memes here.
Yeah, it was just too late. Yeah.
Because one of the things is
beautifully played.
We absolutely shat on Mohammed's choice here to go combined operations headquarters, but the stuff that he got from this tree, he has utilized it well. Like the mountaineers he got from the tree, they've been tactfully put in the correct positions. They've been in that mountain VP. The Marines, they are defending Jinan from across that river, so that they've got the support if they need to push back. Like he has done some really, really small macro things to give him the advantage in these key provinces, and yeah, that motorized rush that's coming in navally on the capital is not going to be enough. I believe he'll have to lose Nanjing, Huanzhou, Hefei to even capitulate, and there's not enough time here. So this is Mohammed going through.
One thing we learned from Dankus is what's really strong here is the so-called Rangers. The Rangers are Mountaineers, and then attacking Taijuan, maybe right here, chat, could have been huge. I often don't like when people say this is unbalanced. There's always options. That's what I like about this mod. There's always options. GG. Mohammed taking it down. I didn't believe in it. He goddamn did it. He won the pick of Pedzioff. GG. Let's go down there. And there it is, boys. 2-1. Mohammed taking the win here. But first of all, I want to talk to Polish guy who will hopefully soon change his nickname, because Polish guy, you showed the world today. You're very skilled. I loved your micro, man. You were always on top. Unfortunately, didn't come through today, but I think with that skill, you're gonna get there.
In next week.
Well played, but change that nickname, you muppet, man. What the fuck? And Mohammed,
Hello.
showing again. He might be one of the best, if not the best, and taking down. How do you feel, Mohammed, man?
I'm just the GOAT, you know?
What do you think your opponent could have done in this last game to win?
I think he needed a strategy. He needed a way to get the mountain tile, the mountain VP first. Like, if I get it, it's over. I don't think he can get it again. I mean, he tried really well, but it's over. The game is done day one. He can kind of cheese me away, but I am in a very big advantage once I get the mountain VP.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, and with that, Mohammed goes to the qualifiers. GG, my friend. And that was game number 1 today, Mohammed versus Polish guy. But don't slack now, because we have another amazing game. We have the meme kid from the channel, Chicken Little, versus, I think, a top 8 contender of the international, Christoph, coming up next. Thank you so much, Mitch, Mohammed, and Polish guy.
See you in Sweden.
See you in Sweden, Mohammed, man. Bro, we're gonna eat. Oh, I'm eating a lot of halal stuff, though. You're fucked. We're not gonna...
Nah, man, come on. Alright.
Wait, is Wagyu steak a halal? Probably not, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, man. Bro.
Alright, guys, have a nice one.
GG, boys.
I'm excited for this next matchup because Christoph, I think, in the grand scheme of things, in terms of tournament experience, is a stronger player. However, we have seen Chicken before. They valiantly came in last minute to replace someone in a previous tournament. They've been a long-time contender of Hoi, a long-time player of Hoi. So I think this is going to be a relatively even matchup, you know?
Yeah, they're both like regulars. They've both been in Hoi for many years. I've seen them in so many events. They're in chat all the time. They're both non-subs, which makes me very sad. But maybe to win a tournament, something can happen there. Chicken Little, Chicken someone. What I like about Chicken is, I always looked at Chicken with a smile, like, haha, he's trying, but in the end he will always get beaten by me, you know, and others. But Chicken never gives up. He always keeps going. He always says, I'm gonna keep training. I'm gonna keep coming at you. I don't care how many times I lose. And he keeps working, and now he's live on the stream, fighting for qualifier spot, man. And I think he even lives in Stockholm. Would be pretty close to him. Game number 2 today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited about this. Chicken versus Christoph, man. These guys are actually quite good at what they're doing. And they're right here. All right, now, Chicken Little, did your voice drop yet? Hello?
No.
You don't sound deeper already. Not bad, not bad. Chicken, I'm very proud of you that you're here, okay?
Thank you, bro.
Don't fuck it up. Show APM. And don't get stressed. Did you meditate today?
No, I didn't have time.
Okay, okay. And Christoph.
Hello.
What's up, man? What's up?
It's so good. I'm hoping for this game.
My friend Midgerman, who is the lower ranked player here and thus choosing the first map?
So, Christoph is the lower elo player here, actually, today. Chicken doing some absolutely donish work and wow, crowning himself a higher elo here. So, Christoph, please pick your first map and faction.
Okay, so the first map's gonna be Nordwind, and the faction's gonna be Allies.
Oh,
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay.
You joining Mitch or are you hosting or?
Oh, I've already hosted. Get in here.
Oh, sorry.
Come on.
Coming.
Come on, you're being slow. You're spending too much eating. Grr.
Bro, I'm just old, man.
What do you got? What's the food?
1 sec, I'll show you. But first, I want to say I took such a big nap yesterday that I couldn't sleep at night. It's just why old people things. Tonk. The food is, I'm showing it on stream. Very basic stuff. Organic sausages. I love them. They're so tasty. And just, how do you say this in English? It's a bunch of vegetables. You oil, pepper, and salt, and just put them in the oven. That's it. Very, very basic. But
just,
very tasty.
yeah, just roast vegetables.
Roasted veg. Yeah, roasted veg.
Yeah. Roasted
Roasted veggies. Christoph versus Chicken, aka Young Micro God. I don't know, man. I smell it in my bones. This is gonna be 6 series. I smell that. I like this. Let's go.
Yeah, just remember, gents, let me know in chat when you're ready, and we'll get the show on the go.
we're doing bans?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit, yeah. Fuck, yeah, those.
Yeah.
You go first.
Oh yeah, sure. I ban a farping. Commonwealth. Yeah.
Alright.
Commonwealth 8th. Okay.
It's the basic. Panzergruppe best.
Okay. No worries. Okay, good luck, everybody.
Alright. Have fun.
Chat, I didn't do the bet. I think it was C-Mobs. I can pay it out. Okay. I'm smelling something here. Chicken is someone that often struggled to be with the top players, but then again, never gave up, and he was still very young. He still has a lot of time ahead of himself. And he can show tonight that he can keep up with the best. Christoph, Hoifro international player, in the top, the final, how to say, top 4 to 8. I just sent him $250 yesterday, so I know who he is. And Christoph, actually the only guy who professionally and adultly sent me the right banking information. He was the only guy.
Really?
So I like him. The only guy who did it right.
I really like Christoph. Like, he's not the best player we've had in any of these competitions, but I see him in so many competitions. He's a huge fan of the mod. He's a huge fan of the community. He's always getting involved. He's even creating YouTube content on his own thing.
Wow.
He's really like invested in just Ahoy as a thing, and also I see him on Instagram, like he's responding to every update, like he's totally all over it, and it's
cool.
So lovely to see. And I really hope that we can actually, like, all his hard work, because he's putting so much hard work in, will pay off, and we'll see him here in Stockholm. That'd be really cool.
The problem with Christoph, I always saw, since I know him from the years now, is you remember when you were a kid and you watched the WWE and there was The Rock, Triple H, Undertaker. You remember? But there was also these side characters that nobody knew, like Raven or somebody, right? People that nobody talks about anymore. And I always felt like that's kind of still one sec. That's kind of still Christoph nowadays. He was never Triple H. He was never Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He was always an Eddie Guerrero, and that's still a lot. And he can push it to the higher limits. But Christoph is still a guy that has to do the step into the limelight, do the step into the light, and truly show us he can keep up with the best. This is kind of the narrative of this game. Both of these players always struggled to keep up with the peak, of Hoi 4, and now we can see what both of them have to show. Thank you so much, Zoe, for tier 3. Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a very even matchup. Both of these players, again, very similar levels. I would actually put Christoph as slightly stronger, but at the same time, right now, Chicken's the higher elo, and I know he's been trying. I know he's been training for a little while.
Chicken works his ass, yeah. Like you said, they both work very hard. Yeah, they're hard workers.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And also look at that invasion already. Such an aggressive invasion of the allies. Not giving away Lulea for free.
Yeah, that's really nice. Actually, that's something I don't think the allies do enough. We've seen so many times on this map, especially with like Dankus. Dankus coming up with that super strong Axis strategy to be able to make sure that even if you lost Narvik, you can still take it, and then it's a game win for you as long as you've got that Lulea. I love that the allies are taking that focus away and seeing if they can put pressure elsewhere on the map.
Oftentimes we would argue this is an allies map because the allies take Narvik and just hold it the whole time. But like you just said, Dankus showed there's counters to this. But that's why I would think this map is an Axis skill check. Do the Axis have the skill and knowledge to understand how to take Narvik? Dankus did it, as I said last game, that was needed for Polish guy, is that you need to really get special forces, mountaineers, you need the rangers. 20% attack on mountains, so important, especially if your opponent doesn't have that. And the Mountaineers are going to be so important here. Let's see if Chicken goes for that tactic of Mountaineers. The game is ready to start. Or try something else. Already we don't see any tanks coming out of him. It looks like an infantry build. And obviously interesting here would be Finland or Isthmus. Isthmus especially. No, which one was the... Yeah, Isthmus had special forces attack, yeah.
One of the other things I think that's fallen out of fashion quite a lot, it used to happen a lot more with Mountaineers divisions, and I think it's kind of because people feel like they don't need them as much now that Rangers are a thing. But a lot of people used to tech and try to tech to rocket artillery and getting rocket artillery also in those Mountaineers as well. And I think that could be an excellent go here, going for a Finland Special Forces pick, going hard on the artillery and also getting some rocket artillery out, and also a lot of things we've seen people even like Dankus tech it, build it, but not actually put it in the divisions. Getting that out there, you could build some ridiculous divisions, especially if you add rangers to those divisions where they multiply the soft attack. Combine that with rocket artillery that has a higher soft attack, you're gonna do more damage.
I just talked about this on a single player stream. There's something interesting in Hoi 4. There's certain equipment that you research and then put only 1 or 2 mils on and you have it for the rest of the game. And that is, for example, rocket artillery. You get rocket arty, you put 1 mil on it, and you have it as a support company in like 20 to 40 divisions, right? It's very easy to get away with. And some players should always look for, in my opinion. And light tank is another example, something you don't invest much mils in, but you have it. And yeah, seeing light tank here would be huge. It looks like it's going to be soft attack war. We're not going to see a lot of tanks here today in the first map, I would think. And already expanding the dockyards here, looking for a bit of navy. The allied player is. Chicken Little looks like a big infantry build. I'm predicting, chat, he's going to instantly switch weapons with weapons too. Old school style, man. I'm predicting that. And I can't wait to see the picks. It should be Finland versus versus what is the special forces of combined headquarters, huh?
Yeah, big combined headquarters. I've also seen some really good options to take USMC on as allies on this map, especially if they're going for this naval invasion strat. I think that could be huge as well. Chad are asking for a reminder of the band. It's 8th Army and Panzer Group West, so kind of a classic band here. I like how you can still buy tickets on the webpage. Yeah, the website is due for an update. It's also the same fact that the mod currently still also advertises the change. Is the kind of the unfortunate thing of the news breaking about the tickets to this event over a weekend. You know, essentially it was like we haven't had enough time to put the checks in there. But if anyone's interested in the reasoning behind the ticketed event change, there is a statement out on all of the Speed 5 socials and on the Commander's Discord. Yeah.
He's not switching the guns. Okay, I was thinking he does it. We see useless carriers coming out of the allies player. This is a meta people play, chat. They'd make empty carriers just to get green Navy Force sec. Also a light tank coming in. Very, very meta division nowadays. Everybody loves these light tanks. These are soft attack light tanks. Yeah. Pure soft attack light tanks. with big breakthrough in defense. He knows he's going to be more of a defender this game. And Chicken Little also going for air now. Going for air. And this is why they do this, chat. You see, he makes one line of guns and then makes a second line of guns, so he doesn't lose this efficiency. This way, people have tested this. You end up with much more guns in the long run. I've always been a guy, I just click here and then I click guns too. And I'm like, we got this right. But apparently, that's not how you do it.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see where the allies play this. Like, the thing is like, I think you're correct. This is an Axis skill check, but at the same time, I think the real, like, good thing that we don't see a lot of is I think the allies get a little bit lazy with this map. But I'm so intrigued by these invasion plans that I'm hoping we see a really different allies game, a bit of an aggressive allies game as well, because I think it has been proven that you can't hold Narvik against the Axis, and we're at a level of play here where you should expect to be challenged on all of these VPs in every game, and you should expect people to look at Dankus's game plan and go, okay, I can do that too. I can now beat Narvik, and this is now an Axis-sided map. So it's really up to the allies to shake that up a bit.
Exactly, and oftentimes on this map in the past, I felt the allies are, as you said, lazy. They only defend Narvik. I'm defending this is it. I will wait till you lose 0 health. But oftentimes when you lose Narvik, they're very lethargic and suddenly shocked and have no other response. There's responses. You can try naval invasions. You can try stuff in Helsinki. You can especially try stuff in this area, chat. I think they added a lot of supply hubs. Yeah, this is not too bad. It's very important to stay liquid as the allies here and not put all your eggs into the Narvik basket. And there we go. It's going to be special forces versus special forces. And I'm a big advocate. Okay. This is very important. Who has rangers? Both players need rangers, man. Rangers are so massive for mountaineers. If you play single player, boys, and you do mountaineers, if they have no rangers in them, that's a huge issue. You need them rangers. Oh.
I'm not sure this is the right choice for our Axis player. Yeah, he's going Imperial Japanese Navy most likely, which does give you special forces bonuses. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So you will be able to build some pretty strong mountaineers. It's very good on that front. However, like I'm not sure it gives enough else to make this worth it.
I would love,
but we'll see.
Yeah, but I would argue so much. Isn't the better choice here, man?
That's what I'm thinking as well. I mean, obviously, with the Navy being so prominent on this map, if you are relying on naval invasions and hopefully pulling those off, of course, Imperial Japanese Navy is also big. So, yeah, it is a solid choice here. It's just one of those things of Imperial Japanese Navy falls off more in the late game than other faction choices. And I think Finland would have been a good, if this game is going the long haul, which I actually think it might do.
Oh, goodness, agent killed.
Oh, no.
That happens. But I'm a huge fan of Imperial Japanese Navy, my favorite pick.
Yep.
If you look at it, it doesn't feel very Scandinavian like the Yamato and Marines, but I also feel like the 150 naval bombers can be used well here because there's kind of only one big naval zone people care about. Also 10% fighter production, but he literally just wants 15% special forces attack, and then Yamato Supreme is very useful for him. And Modern Bushido is also very... I don't know. I often wonder as a caster, isn't there better picks to take here? I don't know. Because so often we see players spawn the Imperial Japanese Navy but never use it. You spawn a massive navy but don't use it. That's something we have to see if Chicken goes with that. He does his rocket artillery. He's gonna add. But the allies very clean here. Light tanks in his divisions, a bit of air. December's almost around the corner. And the Bren guns here. Bren guns a really big thing in that focus tree, which is 10% break for all infantry equipment. Very nice. Now spawns 100 heavy fighters, 50 transport planes. He needs to paradrop Narvik. But the big question, the big protagonist of this game is Chicken Little, who needs to find a way. He's getting nice soft attack here. Already taking 5% soft attack also from the improvised infantry equipment 3. Flame tank is coming too. And trying some air. I think this will be a big micro war, and who has the better special forces, yeah. And once again, before I have to say it later, I always... Title still says the wrong thing, yeah. As I always say, train your mountaineers. I hope we see this game. Make them veterans. You need the 25% upgrade. The reason Mountaineers exist in your game, in Hoi 4, is because you want to break a mountain tile. That's all they do. They don't really defend, right? They're supposed to break something. So you need the veteran status. A basic infantry division that just holds a river of Lulea doesn't need to be trained. I get that. But these Mountaineers, special forces overall, must be trained. I hope they all remember that. I need to change my title. 1 sec. Oh, man, sorry. Might have to take some coughing syrup.
Oh, yeah.
Tastes so good. I like coughing syrup. It tastes good.
One of those key components of making meth, isn't it?
Is it? Is it?
That's
Dude,
that's why you're not allowed to buy like mass amounts of cough syrup.
Oh, I didn't
it's
know.
because you can distill it down and get the components to make methamphetamine. Anyway, now you know, everybody.
Okay. That's interesting. I only hallucinated once in my entire life, and that was as a kid, because my parents gave me too much coughing syrup. And I will never forget, it was the 5th of December, like 1996 or something, and I literally saw, in Germany, the 6th of December is when, like, the brother of Santa Claus comes and puts something in your shoes. And I literally saw him. At night. I saw how he put it in my shoes. He had 2 clouds with him. I'll never forget. And one of the clouds was coming to my room to check if I'm sleeping, and I was hiding under my blanket. Anyway, cool story about coughing syrup. Don't drink too much of it.
Wow, that's some strong hallucinations right there.
That was crazy. I'll never forget. I literally saw Santa Claus with 2 clouds. One of the clouds had a Mario mustache, and he was checking up if I'm actually sleeping. I was so scared.
Oh dear,
that
like
was weird.
Oh.
So yeah, Mitch, if you ever can hook me up with, pair dropping Stockholm, okay, taking care that nothing here is taken, and we see basic infantry. Yeah, very basic infantry. When is Chicken gonna show us his special forces? I guess these Marines, huh? And the war is about to start. Speed 3 is there. Let's do
I'm
this.
looking at Chicken right now. I don't think he's going for Lulia.
True.
I think he's...
No, there's something there, right? There's something.
Yeah, but it's also
needs
the
some
amount of
accurate.
troops elsewhere that has me... Yep. He's okay.
He wants Stockholm, huh? But people try that often and fail. He doesn't have Marines. It's just pure... I don't think this is gonna work. The Allied
I think
player
he's trying to
should
go
be
home.
there. Yeah, and already it's green. That's a bit amateurish. Trying to get in Stockholm like this, with the worst river crossing of all times, I don't think that's how that works. His opponent could even take Lulea here. A little battle. No Admiral here for the Access player. Takes Lulea, but yeah, that was a waste of time. Stockholm. It's a nice little check, like poking your opponent. Hey, are you actually protecting Stockholm? But yeah, he is.
Yeah, Narvik has been landed on now. Naval invasion has gone in. This is looking a really strong start for our allied player, for Christoph.
Which is easy to do. It's very hard to fuck up the allies here. And that's the reason he picks this map as the allies, right? He knows you're in a big advantage. But yeah, Dankus showed it is possible to beat this. But yet I have to see Chicken's special forces. I have yet to see them. He has these Marines now, but they're not really doing anything. Once again, my argument, chat, you have a Japanese Navy, but it also doesn't do anything. Then why do Japanese Navy? Just because of 15% special forces attack?
Doesn't even
Oftentimes.
have Mountaineers text right now. So
Oh, man. And I'm almost done eating. I'm so sorry.
it's all good.
And sometimes it seems to me, players take certain picks, focus trees, just for one single focus. They take the medium tank focuses, and they take the I need transport plane focuses, right? Or in this case, the only reason he takes Japan is he doesn't even take it. The 15% special force attack, but he doesn't even do special forces. I don't even know what he's doing right now. And I personally, as a player, I will look for the overall best fit, right? And not just one single focus. You can see, I often criticize hero picks. I often feel like I'm watching Dota, man. I would have picked... I know Dota, I'm a copper player. I know what hero should have been picked here in the international finals. But my question right now is, what is Japan doing for him?
Yeah,
Absolutely nothing.
This is my main criticism of Japan as well. It's a very strong faction, but it's very, very narrow in its focus, and it doesn't give a lot into the mid to late. Like, it's a strong mid game, actually. So it's got a strong mid game to it. It's got that strength in special forces, but you've got to do your own research to counter it. Like, the Navy's strong, but the late game, you don't really get anything with Japan. It's not got an industry element to it. It's a bit of a one trick. It's like I've unfortunately myself gotten back into League of Legends recently. And in all of those MOBA games, there are people who are one tricks. There are people that are really good with one faction, and they have one really good idea, say with one champion. And if that fails, they will fall off the game super hard. Like to quote, like, what it comes down to is like the fundamentals of the game. It's like the basic understanding of it's not necessarily how this champion plays or how this character plays. It can come down to the map knowledge, the knowing when the waves are going to hit, where your enemy is going to be putting its troops. Like, that's a huge thing, and Chicken looks a little shaky on that right now. I think maybe this pick through him, like in that pre-game interview. When Christoph said he was going for Nordwind allies, Chicken sounded like, oh no, he sounded a little defeated on that front, and that's kind of showing.
And that's something the greatest Japan player of all times has been arguing every weekend now. So many people pick Imperial Japanese Navy, but don't do anything with it. I've been talking about this for weeks. Sometimes you see it. Last week there was a good guy, and Nave was very good, but I repeat myself again and again, and I hope some young viewers understand this if they ever are interested in esports. Esports is all about value. Everything in life. If you want to be a good poker player, value is my favorite word. Value is my favorite word on earth, and you need to find value. And that's how you beat people. And where do you find the value with the Imperial Japanese Navy right now, right? You unlock things you don't use. And that's why I often argue, and Mitch is too. And me and Mitch, we don't train as much as these guys. But sometimes these guys can be very narrow-minded and chill only with one community, and they don't see any other opportunity or alternative. And I feel like there could have been a lot of picks that had more value here. You have no Mountaineers to offer right now for Narvik. You have a Navy that nobody cares about, and you have Marines that are not being used. And that is just not going to work.
Yeah, especially as if you're picking Imperial Japanese Navy into, say, Commonwealth, Combined Operations HQ, which doesn't get a Navy. It's like, oh, I've got this super strong Navy. It's not doing anything. I've got nothing to shoot or fight.
Yeah, now look, he's now doing Mountaineers, which is so late. It's so late.
Yeah, absolutely late. Also, like, if you've got this massive navy, you should be dominating the seas. You should have those out. You should be covering everything. Hell, stop. If one of the ways that he could be taking Narvik here, like, as well as the Mountaineers, is if he cuts off the supply, right? Yeah. And if you have naval dominance and you can convoy raid outside Narvik, what you should be doing then is also navally invading along the Norwegian coastline, getting the lower supply hubs, cutting it off so he has to try and get his supply in through the sea, where you have dominance, you have full control. Bada bing, bada boom, you take Narvik. Like, it's like fundamentals of what you've got and utilizing it.
It's fun though how the meta is getting better and better. People are so good that now, like some weeks ago, we will look at this game and be like, oh, let's see what's gonna happen. But now there's so much knowledge that we now understand, even as casters, that this is just not good and probably not gonna work. And there's much better offerings. The ally player is avoiding sending supply via Navy, so the railway is very important, but there's gonna be no threat, and this looks really bad for Chicken, who might just give away a whole game here without even a big try.
Yep.
Again, Chicken is someone I know Chicken very well for many years. He's a great kid. He's a good guy. Great kid. He's a great kid, that guy. But often struggling with pressure, with stress maybe. And like a situation is presented to him that is hard, and then not knowing the solution to it, which is unfortunately a skill you need. As we saw Mohammed last game, I thought he's gonna lose, and he's just perfectly holding that line, microing it so well, putting his Mountaineers where they need to be. And that's why sometimes I think in esports, maybe age is having wisdom, having experience, right? It's a very important thing. And yeah, sorry.
I was going to say, I think it is partially sometimes tied to age, but I don't think it has to be. We've seen people like Sum-Zero when he was still playing. Like, he's young, but he had such a good grasp of the fundamental like processes of the game that he could like analytically tear people apart. But again, like his issue was actually getting overwhelmed, I'd say, in terms of his, if he started losing, it was harder for him to get the mental. And that's one strength I agree with, in the fact that I think older players have a stronger mental, but the youngest players sometimes have a stronger micro and macro understanding of the game.
But then again, I'd like to argue in the philosophy of the HoiFor esports, is that so big in this 1-on-1 mode, where if you look, again, I have to say, at StarCraft, where people need 400 APM to be competitive, whereas if we look at HoiFor 1-on-1s, you can get away with like 100 APM, which everyone kind of has. And that makes me argue that micro and the advantage of young people having good micro is not that important, especially on this map where nothing happens. You just look at Narvik the whole time, right? Experience and not getting stressed is so important. And one thing I learned in HoiFor was something that I applied to my own games on stream lately again, and I think made my content much better, is to always stay active in your mind. HoiFor players, it happened to me a while after the kid was born and I got very lazy, is you look at the game right now as chicken and you go, yeah, I guess that's it. I will try to push Narvik, I guess. But what you really need to do is to stay active. Okay, Narvik maybe not happening. Maybe there's an naval invasion. What can I do with my navy? Should I try something fair? Is a paratrooper an opportunity here? What happens if I do this? What happens if I do that? The whole time having this check in your brain of where do I see an opening, and not just being narrow-minded. Oh, this is going down to Narvik now or not. And that's something we see the best players do. They're always active in the head. Always try something. Last game, the Polish kid, the Polish guy, was always active. I'm gonna invade you now with motorized. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. And that's something I think Chicken still has to unlock a bit. We'll see next map if he loses this one. What he's gonna do.
Yeah, it takes me back to playing. I played Company of Heroes pretty somewhat competitively. Okay, I played pretty top, but the people I played with had played competitively. And one of the things that we always had to tell ourselves and remind ourselves in the big games was ghost divisioning. And it was our term for when we fought on a front and then we've gone, okay, we've lost over there. Let's push the attack elsewhere, and then we've forgotten about a front and gone. Actually, we haven't had vision there in ages. We haven't seen if there's actually anyone there. Can we go take that VP? And like 50% of the time there was troops there, 50% of the time it was completely empty, and we pushed it and you could overwhelm that front again. Like, that's the thing that I think Tommy and I are identifying here. There is so much that Chicken could be trying to plan and do just to either trigger or find an opening or create themselves an opening, rather than just sitting back and going, well, my VPs are ticking away, how do I do this?
And it's very hard in HoiFor. I've been in this situation myself, where HoiFor is a game where you can quickly give yourself up. You're quickly like, oh, I'm not taking down Alamein as Germany, game is over. And people very quickly give up. I've seen this for 8 years now, and I get it, it's human emotion, but the special players that we are looking for here in these qualifiers, the players that are just much better, not just that, much better than the rest of the HoiFor players on this planet, are people that don't give up, that always look for something. And Chicken at the moment, I mean, he needs to design a mountaineer maybe? He didn't even design it yet. Chicken just looks exactly like what I'm describing. He looks like he's just lethargic. He's just giving up on himself here very quickly. And I don't think 11 of these divisions are going to help at all. These divisions have no bonuses in the mountains. Yeah, they're just basic infantry. Look at this. That's not going to do anything.
One of the worst things here about this whole positioning, and one of the things that I think is a huge weakness as well from Chicken, is this entire pocket of troops could just be ended by one naval invasion, because he hasn't also had the forethought to go and clean out the neutral territory to north. It's all one railroad going in, and I hate to break it to him, even if his navy is the strongest, it's currently not out. So there's not really any contesting going on, and
he has a strong strike force though.
Yeah, it's on strike force, but like I'm saying, also, could you not have a paratrooper land there, like at the same time? It's like, this looks really dangerous to have just funneled everyone up here.
It's something we talked about last week. I'm always fantasizing, I'm a big fantasizer, chat, about the best HoiFor player ever. What would he look like? What would he do? And this is obviously hard and a lot to ask, but for example, last week we had a player that built a railway from Cairo over here on the coast. He didn't build it here. And a very, very high level player, which it's very hard to be on that level, will try to paratrooper or naval invade right here. That division will die. You don't care about it, but you're disconnecting the entire supply hub. And it's very hard for the allied player if you don't have air or navy right now, but just going here and here could be massive. And then the next level even is of a very good player is you don't do it if you have the opportunity. Imagine, I want to talk about high level Hoi 4. Imagine the allies here, and you could currently invade this right here. You have green air, it's ready. Would you click the button? Many people would. Don't do it. You click the button when you're in trouble. You click the button when your opponent is microing. When Chicken is starting to press buttons here. Oh, Chicken's eyes are here. Bam, now you invade. And you make sure he doesn't look here. That's something I'm learning. I'm sorry to say, I'm saying it again and again. I don't care. StarCraft is teaching me so much about strategy esports. You need to put your enemy's mind somewhere, make him look the other way, attack somewhere where he has a blind spot right now. And I truly believe that this one-on-one Hoi 4 mod enables that to be multi-layered. Hoi 4 has for a long time been very one-dimensional. I either take the mountain or I don't, but these times are over, and I don't agree with people that still cope like this. Oh, it's so just boring. Well, that's not. Players have oftentimes shown there's always opportunity. There's always a way. And that's why I think this mod is really, really nice and beautiful.
Yeah, and I'm looking at Christoph. Christoph's in a super solid position. He's now even probing the attack. I think this is the right move.
He just got pushed. The moment you said that, he got pushed. South of Narvik, he just got pushed.
Oh, yeah, no, you're
finally
right.
that. And look, chat, that's what I mean. It just took 2 Mountaineers who are veterans, which is very good for these are Marines, for Japanese Marines. He changed over, and he could have had them so much earlier. But there we go, dude. He's actually, wait, he's crushing him. Come on, he's even attacking over a river. No, okay,
no
he's
way,
fucking
no
crushing
way.
this. Am I stupid, Mitch? I'm shitting on this guy, and now he just right clicks him.
So
he even has
one of the
red
things
air.
that just
What?
So one of the things that just happened here. Oh, that's because the air zones are a bit weird up here. So yeah, he's still got the air base, so he has air dominance up here. But also, Christoph just moved his troops back into a more defensive position in the mountains, and Chicken is using that time and using that gap where they're not as entrenched to push in. Now they're having a little bit more of an issue here, but now this is again looking slightly weaker. I was about to say that Christoph's got a good idea here to try and keep the pressure up, keep him further away from the mountains, but actually now this looks like it's falling apart slightly.
Chicken building forts though, but I'm super shocked. I talked 10 minutes of shit against Chicken and he just right clicks. He's like, TommyKay, suck it, right click, I'm gonna go in. Yeah, I should maybe not say anything, but a beautiful move actually, a great skill move here. You spawn into veteran Marines and then switch them over to like tanks or Mountaineers and you have a 75% bonus. I talked about this, special forces need to be trained. They're losing the skill over a while, but beautiful, man. He shouldn't be having, oh wow, this is strong. Man, this is strong. Did he add this, please tell me you added the rocket artillery. Beautiful, that's a great division. 25 whiff. We all know mountains of 50 whiff. Chicken showing great skill now. Now he's showing the skill. Beautiful.
It's what I was saying before the game. Like rocket artillery is very like it's an overlooked fundamental, and it's actually being utilized here. And this is just showing it. It's like it's so strong on special forces. You can really utilize them well, and it's something that people sometimes they build the rocket artillery and forget to put it in the division. So this is great that they've actually done that this time.
And now we're back at the standard of this map. Will the Axis take Narvik or not? I'm predicting we're going to see a big mistake. Watch this, chat. Where are the Rangers? You need to get these Rangers. Listen to Coach Tommy. 20% attack are so massive here. He needs them so hard. He probably had the experience for it. Yeah, he could take it. 10% max planning. He needs these Rangers badly. Maybe somehow try to get army XP up faster than this. But Chicken's back in the game. Unfortunately, this is how Narvik works, right? You either hold Narvik or you don't, but this looks beautiful for our allied player. Unbelievable defense. A lot of Mountaineers. Green air. And yeah, imagine Chicken would have been a bit early with this stuff. I want to take a look at the Mountaineer here of him.
He's still got 250 VPs to just, you know, try and grind away at getting Narvik. But it still feels delayed. It feels sluggish from Chicken. It feels like he could have been doing this stuff faster and better. But I think he is starting to win out. And he has become more active ever since he's taken that ground.
Yep. But he's getting counter pushed now a bit, always probing. But Chicken, Chicken, the first player here in a while to not take research. Overwhelmed a bit. Chicken's very known for that, man. Chicken would be a perfect student of mine. I could teach him a lot. And always a little bit of micro issues here on my boy. You know, chat, but I shit on people a lot like Dankers is because I care about them. Like, I care about Chicken and Dankers. I like them, which is why I shit on them more. I'm like a dad, you know? And I never mean that in a personal or mean way. I think Chicken has great potential. Just gotta work on that. Gotta work on that. But I think he's still very young. He has a lot of time still to get there. Oh, I might have to take some coughing syrup here soon. Yeah, not caring about research at all anymore.
Yeah, I think that's a bit. Yeah, he's starting to show the cracks. All of those clicks that could be being done. Again, I was saying it looked quite. Yeah, he could be getting adaptable. He could be getting the School of Attack. He could get the School of Elite Operations to be going down that, which allows you to have another Special Forces doctrine on top of the one that you've got. Like, yeah, it's like this whole stat line down here is being forgotten. He's getting Yamato Supreme. He's going to try and get Modern Bushido, which is going to help slightly, but it's... yeah, it's all looking slower. It's like he's moving through gelatin rather than water.
That's true, and again, no hate, but you see levels. You see levels in Hoi for 1-on-1s. Certain players like Mohammed look so much more stable than this, and that there's levels to this. But it's nice to see that everyone has a chance to make it here in the league, and you all, chat, can still join these qualifiers, right?
Oh yeah, it's still 2 weeks.
I have to join. No. But I'm gonna say, come on, I have to be a bit TommyKay arrogant. When I see games like this, I often feel like, okay, I could keep up with this. Arrogant. I feel like I can compete with these players. Anyway. But Mitch could too.
I mean,
Mitch could.
I was gonna. Well, actually, no. I'm quite slow as a player, so I don't think I could. I'm a bit more brain than I am. I'm more of a Leonard, put it that way. I'm more about the build than I am the actual micro, and I always was in my in my RTS days as well. That's why I was always in team events rather than solo stuff. I was, and it was always we always had a joke of never put Midge on the flank because he'll lose it. So I was always somewhere cushy in the center, like, with a good overview of the whole battle rather than on the flank. But yeah, it's hey, you're the founding father of Hoi esports. I'd hope you could still keep up with at least some of the young whippersnappers.
I have this fantasy, right, that Hoi 5 might have 1-on-1 ranked, and I will go for rank 1, man, that's for sure. One last time. That's Hoi 4 is a bit a game for older people, right? You can keep up if you're like 30 years old, especially in these big multiplayer games. You can still keep up very much, and that's what I like about the game, maybe a lot. And the good thing with Paradox games, you can pause the game, which I need in Stellaris a lot. Pause micro.
Oh, Stellaris, man, is like Stellaris, like space, like combat mechanics. It says I'm so bad at it.
Oh, Stellaris is to me a big ADHD check. It's so hard for me to stay focused. I love the game, but after a while it just phases out in my head. Hoi 4 is a Joe Biden game. But that's why I like this 1-on-1 league and the 1-on-1 mod. It finally enables micromanagement much more. And activity and stuff. But then again, Hoi 4 always had its micro moments. If you play Germany versus Russia in a multiplayer game, right, that's very intensive. Which is why I stand on this till today. I hate this meta and philosophy of co-ops. Back in my day, chat, 10 viewer TommyKay, man. I was Germany and there was 1 Russia, and we fight it out like men. There wasn't 5 Germanys and 6 Russias. And Denkus still loses all his tanks because he looks at Iran. No. And I want to tell a story. The first international ever, 7D, right, who was a micro god. He crushed everybody. When I talked to 7D on the stream, right, you know what he did? He was practicing 1-on-1s with 2 players. What he will do if 7D was still around, that wasn't so weird. He would play this mod, and he would solo 2 or 3 players. He would have 2 players on the allies and himself alone on the axis, and that's how he would actually practice, man. Which is genius. I think that's very genius.
But again, just a slow attempt here from Chicken. It's just there's kind of just no life in the advance. He's just like, there's no energy coming out here. I think he kind of went into this again. I think it's kind of a bit of the mental again pre-game. Was worried when this pick came up, and I think that's just carried through this game. We've seen it. We've seen the Axis stomp on this map, like, so it shouldn't have been out of his favor, and he should have done better. 140 VPs now.
And you just explained that perfectly. Chicken Little is stuck in the mud here, man. Just no creativity. As the game teleports me to Hawaii, because it doesn't want to look at this anymore. This was just very weak, and I hope that Chicken can maybe show something a bit more exciting next game. He needs mental strength and willpower, and just because your opponent picks a map you're not prepared for, it shouldn't utterly pull you out of the road, right?
And honestly, this is actually something I was thinking about in the last game with our Polish friend's final pick choice. He went for Marco Polo, you know, a strong map that has been around for a long time. I think one of the things that he could have done to catch Mohammed, pick one of the 2 new maps that nobody's played.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This one-on-one mode is so open for surprising people with map picks. Like, you prepared a build. Who was it? The first game. For example, Mohammed picking Access on Sonnenblume, which is mostly guaranteed win at the moment, it looks like. You can easily beat people with map picks, yeah. And I fully agree with you. There's 2 new maps, chat, that no one is picking, unfortunately. We're sorry. And if you imagine you prepare these maps and you're like, yeah, let's play the Balkan map. And you're like, whoa, what? I never trained this before. And then you just... That could be genius. How do you feel about hitting 500k subs on YouTube? Did you hear the Queen died, man?
You're just out here just like, yeah, I pick Argentina allies and see what people do. They'll be like, what?
Yeah, it would be...
There's an Argentina map? Oh.
I think you can really grind wins in this mod by understanding certain maps and builds other people don't work on.
I think our Polish friend in the last matchup proved that with what they picked, that infantry build for at the gates against Mohammed in that first game, where we were like, oh my god, he's battle planning him to victory. Yep. Like, that is a key example of picking your map and faction and having a strategy that is, you know, allows you to take a victory. You take what is you expect your enemy to do, and you've got the counter, and you play the counter from the get-go. Yep. And then it's exactly what Mohammed then went and did with the Sonnenblume map. Like, and I love that.
Yeah, I love when people win the enemy map pick. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, but there's so much room to go in and go, okay, I'm going to shake this completely up. And it's kind of what Christoph has done here. I think he knew Chicken a bit and went, yeah, sorry, because I think Christoph said sorry when he picked it. He was just like, yeah, I'm going to go, I think I'm going to go Allies Nordwin. And he's just like, oh, man, oh, yeah, that's, and that, you know, that completely threw it. So it's like, this is the power of the maps and the picks and the ban phase coming into fruition here. And, like, you can see right here the effect this has had on Chicken's mental. This is such a slow game. That being said, it's going to be thrown over to him if he loses. He now gets the map pick. He gets the faction pick. I'll be intrigued to see what he picks. If he goes for something classic, if he goes for, say he goes for Across the Rhine and picks, what's the current meta? Is it Allies on Across the Rhine? I feel like Christoph could 2-0 this. Yeah, honestly, yeah. If he comes out with something normal, I think Christoph could 2-0 this.
And something I disagree with hard, and not because just I'm a caster who wants to entertain, is that oftentimes after games you love coping, like Raidriar are known for that. And I know Chicken a bit, and if you talk to him after this game, he's gonna be like, well, there was nothing I could have done. That's, you can't be like that. That's very, just not true. It's something I struggle with myself with every day, like playing StarCraft. If you lose, it's often your fault. There is opportunities. And it's important to understand that. He's now trying something, but 59 health left. And he just Joe Biden all of us here. Peak Heufo gameplay in front of you as Christoph easily just outplays Chicken. And Mitch said that perfectly. In this one-on-one league, you know, esports has certain parts that together make esports. Micro, macro, map picks, etc. And in this one-on-one league, in this one-on-one format, the map and faction pick are such a huge thing. They're so massive, 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 massive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's also another thing. If you take like current esports, you take your CS:GO, you take your League of Legends, you take any of those things. Teams normally have teams. They have people who, you know, are good at the micro level. They're good at, like, saying shooting people. Like, you say it's CS:GO, you have people who are like your team's ace killer. You're the person who's going to get all the kills. But then you have someone on the team who's king of smokes. You have someone who's, you know, good at the in-game shot caller, the in-game leader. You have a coach behind you pointing out the things that are going wrong and helping you do the pick ban. These teams look at each other and go, oh yeah, Team Liquid isn't very good at Inferno, but we're going to pick that, and we're going to stomp them there, and they're going to counter pick us with the dust too. We're going to have to try and fight it really hard there, and then we, you know, you have that level of it with this tournament and with these players. You have to be all of that in one. You have to have all of that under your belt. And I think that's the room in which our player base needs to grow. A lot of these players have the micro down now. There's so many people who are good micro players. There are even some people with some really, really, really good like faction picks and how they build their factions. What I think is missing on all bar 3 players is a true understanding of their enemy and also the maps themselves. And I think that's where the next level that we will start to see with both this competition and the players start to appear. That's the switch. That's the switch that needs flipping. And there we have it. That's a GG.
Quite easy day in the office here for Christoph. Chicken didn't look like he belonged there with him. Let's see if Chicken has a response to this, my friends.
Carolina,
also, chat, you know, I have great
delicious.
ideas lately
GGBTW.
for making money, aka the board. I think starting tomorrow, I'm gonna sell TommyKay coaching. I'm gonna coach people. I'm gonna coach people live on stream in the Hoi for 101. We're gonna start doing that tomorrow.
I'd be so down for that. And that's actually a good, like, I know there's quite a few of these. I think that's a really, really cool idea. I like that.
Because I'm arrogant enough to think I actually think I can give them 1 or 2 tricks. Okay, let's go down there. Yeah, tomorrow, yeah, Nave. 10 gifted for, we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. I'll take care of you, Nave.
He said he's coming. There he is.
Yay! 1-0 for Christoph. Exciting game. I almost, man, I was, my blood pressure, man. And Chicken Little now fighting for his life here in the qualifier with a faction and map pick.
I had to think, sorry.
Take your time, no stress. I'm gonna peel quick, okay? Let me join the game first.
I'm gonna pick at the gates with as access.
Okay.
Oh,
Stalingrad
at the Stalingrad. Still haven't seen one of the 2 new maps. I'm gonna just slowly cry.
I don't think you're gonna see that, man.
No, I know. It'll hit like mid playoff. Someone will whip out like the
That's
Argentina
why
map.
what I did international, right? I randomized maps to fuck them over. Entertainment, man, goes first. Access for Chicken Little.
Another month, my baby.
Thank you, Stubble.
What are you planning?
Yeah, we just talked about this for like 10 minutes, how there's these mind games with picking. I'm gonna peel quick and I'm ready. First.
So, what are the bans as well, quickly, before Tommy goes?
That's gonna be mine. I also need a little bit of a think. Hold on.
No worries.
Right now, Panzergruppe West and 8th Army is banned.
Correct.
Okay, I'm gonna peel quick. I'm ready, dope.
Well, I'm gonna ban France.
Banning France, right?
Yeah. Oh wait, you put banning, right? Sorry.
He's first. Christoph's first brand, but it kind of don't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm still thinking though.
It's just polite, you know. It's polite as the person who is off their map pick, so they get there. Yeah, no, it's all good.
Okay. Let's ban. It's a choice between Hungary or the Army of the Isthmus.
Oh, okay. Okay. So what's your pick?
Let's eliminate all the Axis tank factions. Hungary.
Okay. So Panzer Group West and Hungary banned for the Axis, and 8th Army and France banned for the Allies. Good luck, everybody. Good game. Let me know in chat when you're ready.
Okay, let's go upstairs with
Right.
Mickey boy.
Hand of thanks. Have fun.
There we go. Chicken Little choosing a micro map. Young Micro God chooses the Axis on Stalingrad, the biggest frontline map we have to offer here. And the 101 qualifiers. What is Chicken actually planning, Mitch? Do you have an idea?
I think we're going to see what our good other Polish friend picked. I think we're going to see an Army of the Isthmus pick here for the Axis going to come out. That's what I've got a thing for. And I'm guessing we might see Soviet left again for the Allies because it hasn't been banned. So I think this is a... But then again, Christoph had the choice of... He said out loud that he was going to pick between either Army of the Isthmus to ban or Hungary. He banned Hungary. So maybe he's ready for an Army of the Isthmus pick.
Maybe that's a psychological game to trigger his opponent Chicken to think, hey, take Isthmus and do an anti-tank build. But then actually he doesn't take left side Russia, doesn't do a tank build, but actually does an anti-infantry build, which then counters the anti-tank build of Chicken.
But what does an anti-infantry pick on this map with such a wide front look like?
It would be we saw that earlier today, right? Where the Axis player does Isthmus, which is infantry with anti-tank. So you just look for much more soft attack. Rocket arty. What does the Allies have with good soft attack, right?
Would it be US 12th Army with the rocket artillery bonuses, like the research bonuses to get it really fast? You have that one strong tank division again.
Attack, rocket arty bonuses. I think you're completely right. Yeah, even a support
you get
artillery bonus. CAS.
You get.
I would think, you're right. 12th Army uses anti-infantry. And if Chicken does that anti-tank infantry build, this will be a perfect counter, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's really real strong. I think that could be the choice. The other option would be maybe go mass assault and just try to out infantry. Just try to out infantry it, you know?
But I like how you were completely right last game. The psychology games are starting. Map picks and faction picks are getting ultra deep now.
I think they have to at this level. I think they have to, you know?
Yeah. The Polish guy last game showed that so perfectly. Hey, go ahead and take your medium tank build. I'm just doing an anti-tank build and surprise you completely.
Yep.
Very clever.
Yeah, that was a great game. But honestly, it was a really good game. And it's one of those things that I think a lot of people like Nafe, a lot of people who watch every stream that are also already qualified will be watching and go, oh, okay, that's something I didn't think of. Yeah, that really works. Okay, yeah, nice.
Well,
yeah, I'm just waiting for the ready up now. But I think there's a good chance that we could see a Christoph 2-0 here if he manages to out-mind game Chicken. And I think Chicken right now looks to be a little susceptible to mind games. So we'll see.
It's an interesting question, yeah. Will he do Isthmus? I would think he does. Chicken is known to be very crazy. But then they're also all stream sniping, so I'm just kidding. And what I like about this game right now is you have no idea what's gonna happen. This is very cool, man. I think what I will do, my dear chat, is I will do a crazy soft attack build to counter the Army of the Isthmus. But then again, if he suddenly has tanks, you're done. You're fucked. That's why spies are so important, to always check what your opponent is doing. Man, I love how this mod is evolving, is getting deeper and deeper and deeper. And that's what I love, that I will never forget this. Many years ago, when Dota 2 was still very big and hyped, there was a caster called Cinderin, and he said a thing I never forgot. He said, the beautiful thing about Dota is, if we now leave the game unpatched for 5 years, we will still have a meta change all the time. And I think that's a beautiful comment, and I think that's something we're reaching with this mod. The mod is not getting updated much at the moment, but every weekend we see different plays, man, and that's beautiful. I love that. And especially as a viewer, for entertainment reasons, this is beautiful. Never things are stale, always something new. Very nice.
Yeah, I agree.
Still
and
thinking.
Like the meta.
Oh, look, he just said, I'm still thinking. Please wait a second. That's so cool. He's still thinking. He's doing mind games, huh? That's so cool.
I don't know. Also, Christoph, I'm not sure if this is a mind game or if he is actually a little bit thrown by this pick.
It's like poker now. All in or bluff, huh? Nice. I enjoy that. That's really cool. This mind game stuff. Scouting, they say in StarCraft. Scout.
Okay, we're starting.
Hey guys, I'm rooting for the League of Neutrality. Let's get the win. Here we go. What decision does Christoph make? What is he predicting is coming? Is Chicken gonna be crazy and do something unforeseen? It could even be a motorized Italy. Light tank Italy. Is it really the Isthmus? Ay. The tension is unbearable. You can almost grasp it with your hands. Try, chat. Can you? It's crazy, right? Damn, I actually really... As boring as the first game was, as exciting as this early game now.
Yeah. I definitely think these picks are going to come in like they either we're going to be surprised or we're going to see who fell victim to a mind game.
Right side Germany also a crazy... I'm personally huge sucker for the railway gun. You put the railway gun on a hotkey like 3 or 4 and you just always keep it in bad situations and the 25% bonus. Even though sometimes I click on the stats and it's only a 10% bonus. I don't know how that works completely. But right side Germany is so good. Oh man, it's so good. God, every time I cast these games, I want to play myself. But the problem is, right, as Tommy the streamer, every time I look for a game, there's just these people. Like, there's people that are qualified in the league that just want to stream snipe me and like, haha, I will fight you. Segel, I think Segel, who's a great player, right? One of the best players. Yeah, when are you playing, Tommy? When are you playing? Because he wants to, like, you know, wants to catch me. They all want a piece of me, man. That's the hard part. But that's why I do this rule when I play with viewers that the map and factions are randomized. So they can compare stuff.
It totally makes sense. Yeah, I'm really interested to see if people actually take you up on coaching. I really like that.
It's a bit of a meme, yeah, but let's see.
I know, but still, it'll be interesting to see
I
what
think
comes
you and me both, not just me, but you. We have great insight, I think, from our observer.
I feel like I'm not as versed in the stats and macro as possible.
But you're good with
in
these
terms
mind
of
games. The things you get set today with these mind games are very clever and deep. Don't sell yourself undervalued.
I can analyze someone's performance, yes, but actually tell them where they're like which stat to go for when is probably where I'd fall down.
4 transport planes, 4 mils on transport planes. We've never seen that much on transport planes. Jeez.
So is what I'm guessing there, if they've gone for 4 on transport planes, is that they want to get enough out early and then cancel that line completely so they never have to think about them again.
It also shows you, this is actually, you want to see really high mind games, you play the allies, you right click the axis, you do intel, he doesn't see it yet, but in a sec he's gonna see already stuff on planes, right? Which could be, hey, is this guy, he can't have fighters yet, this is transport planes, and then this is the highest level ever possible, and that already tells you, he's building transport planes so he's not spawning any, meaning certain picks that make it spawn transport planes, which I actually don't know who that is right now, there's some of them though, I forgot who does that actually, supply from the sky, for example, you would already know that is not right side Germany. I mean, this is very high, deep stuff that no one ever thinks about, and it's really a little bit taken from
I think there are players that would have thought about that. Like, they would, I think I'm going to poke back to Some Zero. Like, Some Zero was very good at that sort of thing in the early competitions. That's why he, like, almost won a lot of times early games. It was just like, yeah, I saw that this they had this focus and I saw they had this many factories on this, so I took a calculated guess that it was this, so I then pivoted. And it was just like, he was the king of counterplaying. And the reason he lost in the end is because he played a game of chicken with Dankus, and Dankus essentially out-chickened him and forced him to pick, so then Dankus would counterpick. Like, that's how it went back in the day.
But it's nice to see the levels are rising. I remember I learned this from back in the day when I would like to play poker. There was a book that stated something very beautiful that I think applies to esports, which is there's 3 levels of psychology in a competition. And 99% of people, they always stay on the first level their whole life, and then there's 2 other levels, and that is applied to this. It means the first level is you only look at yourself. What's my build? What am I doing? Today I want to play this build. Whereas the second level that not many people reach, the second level is, what is my opponent doing? What is he doing? What should I scout? What should I counter? And then there's a third level, which is like the best poker players on earth. What does my opponent think I am doing? And what can I make him think I'm doing? And it's very nice to see that this now applies to this Hoi 4 101 stuff.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We're seeing a Shafe pick. versus versus an army of the Isthmus.
That means, as I was saying, he's doing an anti-infantry build. But in his opinion, wait, he's doing what we
Well,
said. France is banned,
no,
right?
No, France isn't bad. It's 8th Army, isn't it? I think.
Oh shit, chat. France is not banned?
I don't think it's France. I think.
Did we see left side Italy for planes?
Wait.
No, he's doing Army of the Isthmus. Oh, he's so predictable. Maybe Christoph. Dude, we should coach. This is either stream sniping or we're the greatest.
What the fuck?
I told you.
What the fuck?
Dude,
okay,
I
I'm
actually
here
think-
for it.
I think you and me are actually the best players in the world. Look at this. This is high level Hoi4 talk. He either listened to the stream or he just knows this is exactly what we predicted. Chicken Little is staying very predictable, is not showing creativity, and is playing a basic anti-tank build. This is an anti-tank build, chat. He thinks the enemy does tanks. But Christoph, hopefully not in not a. Okay, he's not in the list at least. Understanding that and now doing an anti-infantry build, which is just genius. If this is actually not stream snap, that is genius and beautiful.
I mean, it's not like for these high level players, if they can make the same jumps that we can to realizing what we like. We've just talked about how our thought processes went. We went like, I said, Christoph has left open Army of the Isthmus, so he thinks that, and also most of the tank factions are still open for him, so it's a solid bet that the Axis are going to go for Isthmus. As we've seen in the game already, that Mohammed, the best player in the world, got beaten by Isthmus on this map because he went a tank pick. So he goes with that in mind and looks at the tree and goes, hey, what is the most anti-infantry thing I can put out? And the first thing that we said was, okay, probably going for something with superior firepower, something with good soft attack. And we both went US 12th Army. That might be the way to go.
That's why I told you, don't sell yourself.
Yeah.
You know what you're talking about, Mitch.
I mean,
the brain. You should
true,
sell
but
coaching.
it's what I say. It's like one of those things of, yeah, this isn't a huge jump, and I think this is a really good play. If this has been the bait the entire time, I'm here for it.
Oh,
If it works, though, is a different question.
Now the problem though is this: there's something where you haven't looked into our equation. We thought Army of Isthmus is pure anti-tank, like the Polish guy was playing anti-tank. But if you look at the production of Chicken, he is fooling everyone, including us both. He's actually doing light tanks and medium tanks, which will give him armor, which means the zero anti-tank allied soft attack build will have big issues with that. It's like Chicken is accidentally or knowingly a complete genius. He's showing an anti-tank build, but actually does tanks, and that is, look, I don't know. It's like they listen to us. I don't know, but Jesus Christ, that is super genius. That's something I always like to do when I played my role once. You take a certain pick, but then do something different. Like, oh, he took medium tank, and then you do something else, and they're like, whoa, what the hell? This is from the build-up and faction picks, a very, very deep game right now. Very deep.
I think a lot of this is actually going to come down to the micro, looking at the battle and some of these these decisions.
They want speed 3.
Oh, yeah.
Also, light tanks from the allies. Light tanks. It seems like light tanks is a must for these meta players. Without light tanks, you can't play the game anymore. I want to learn if I play my own one-on-ones. They're always doing pure soft attack. Yeah, pure soft attack. They don't even care about armor that much, and reliability nobody cares. Yeah, they just want soft attack and breakthrough.
It's going to be so interesting. I'm so interested to see where this goes.
Oh no! His light tank has nothing. Oh, I'm wrong. Don't listen to me. His light tank is probably the same. Yeah. Oh, he actually has a real gun on it. Oh, he's missing mad soft attack. That's a bit of a big mistake here. We see that the light tank from the allied player has almost triple the soft attack.
Okay, yeah, no, that's huge.
He has piercing. This shows us. This is very deep stuff right now. This shows us Chicken still thinks he's fighting a tank build. He put this gun, which is an anti-tank gun pretty much, and not an anti-infantry gun. Sure, you have a lot of piercing, but there's nothing to pierce. You're only fighting flesh. Human flesh is what you're fighting. In StarCraft, we say mech and bio builds, right? This is a bio build on the allies. Biological matter. Very, very interesting game right now. Very interesting.
Okay, okay, seeing
shit,
things
the
from
baby's
the
going to bed.
axis
I'm
as
back in
well.
1 minute.
I'm seeing things come out here from the axis as well. There's a little bambino. It is a bambino. It is gone. Anyway, looking at this, I think the early moves here are going to be, no, he's going to be gone for the start of the battle, but I think the early moves here are going to be very, very important. Axis look like they're going to have a slightly stronger start, but at the same time, this is counterpick on counterpick. And I wonder if these players are going in untested with some of these stuff. And I think it's going to come down to the mental as well. I think if the Axis advance here goes well at the beginning, Chicken will be able to go over himself. If the allies make too much of a gain here, I think Christoph is going to dominate this. It's going to be a really tense early game here, I think. Also, just troops in the field count, 75 divisions for the allies versus, oh, there's the declaration of war versus 59 for the Axis, so slightly more. The air has been contested, I think.
Sorry,
so
man.
the paratroopers aren't going. Paratroopers are not going for the Axis. So it is the allies that are going to be racing forward. Some motorized divisions being used to capture some of the early victory points. The all-important tank division is currently deployed to the north there near Tambov.
Bad timing from the baby here. But here we are back. Great early game from the allies, taking most of the points. Supply going to him. And we're talking 56 divisions versus kinda the same, yeah. 60 versus 60. Much more divisions on the allies though. Like 10 more.
Yep.
But doable. And Mitch was right. This will turn into a micro war. Look at this mix of divisions. Both players are mixing a lot of divisions.
Another thing in favor of the Axis right now is I believe Finland has the slightly better generals. Actually, no, the US-12 has some really strong generals. I forgot. People haven't played US-12 in so long, I've forgotten what it has. It's actually got some really strong generals. There's the infantry attack modifier coming in from the M1 ground as well. So the infantry is going to be even better. Calliope's coming in now. That's going to be that research bonus. And another nice thing about the US is they can go late game because of that Arsenal democracy bonus.
Yeah, looking good for the allies here. Also winning the air war completely. The air belongs to him completely. And we always see a big issue for Chicken. Look at this chat. Didn't rush the right way in the early game. Didn't take Mikhailovka. And now big issues here with supply. And Chicken might even be in trouble. He's getting pushed back now. Oh, he might get crushed here.
Yeah, Christoph's using that one tank division really well right now. Just to hit them in the planes.
This is my favorite division the entire mod. Nobody ever takes this. I always talk about this division, right? A basic, true, old school tank. And you know what, chat? This is the first real tank division we've seen in a long time. Like a real tank that's not mixed with infantry. And look, it does well. It does well. Let's take a look at the stats real quick. Yeah, hell, it's really good. It's really good.
Yeah, it's the perfect map for this to come out as well because of the plains tiles in the center here between the VP cluster. Yeah, this is looking a really solid game here. A good start here from Christoph.
Chicken already in huge trouble, and if Chicken loses this, or if he loses the entire series, he was too predictable. Everybody saw from a mile away you're playing Isthmus here, right? I think Chicken should really get the TommyKay coaching. He needs to be more unpredictable, do more crazy stuff. We see last weekend, right? We have this guy playing right side Italy, motorized, crushing people, stuff like that. We saw the Polish guy today with an unbelievably beautiful anti-tank build infantry, and Chicken just maybe a bit stuck too much in the past here of the meta. Chicken doesn't need to work on micro and macro. What he needs to work on is faction picking, I think.
Yeah, I'd agree. He seems like a very strong player in terms of his technical ability. It's just his map and faction pick. He's kind of relying and looking at what other people are doing. He's not being inventive himself. He's not really got identified. Not really identified what his choices should be. Like, this is the thing that I will always say is and it's a thing in terms of other esports again as well. We keep harping on about other knowledge from other esports, but sometimes you can play something that is counterpicked. If you are up against it and someone has counterpicked you, if you're comfortable enough on that faction, then you are totally okay to play it sometimes, even if you're on paper being countered. Because if your skill and understanding of how you're meant to adapt that faction and how you utilize, the benefits you still have, it can come out on top.
And you guys often know I like to talk about value, and you pick an anti-tank infantry build, but you do tanks. He was doing much more before. Always a bit of an issue. But this series here has showed us how important the fight before the fight is. How important the faction picks, faction bans, and the mind games are. And I think they're slowly becoming a big thing, and I hope that we can do it very interesting when the event starts in Stockholm, that we have like a screen and the pick and ban phase is very deep, and they're like thinking, and oh, what shall I do? Oh, wait, you did that, well, now I do this. There's a chess game before the game starts, and that is very interesting. You could probably just battle plan, yeah. Chicken just, we're shitting on Chicken a lot here, but this is not shitting, we're just telling it as it is. And I really think this will help Chicken, but when we shit on players, I think it helps them if they will listen to it in the end.
The only person we shit on is Dankus.
Yeah,
let's
that guy
face
deserves
it.
Yeah, that guy deserves it.
Absolutely. No, but this is the reason we say these things and we put it out as it is one of those things of, if you are a skilled player, you should be rewatching these games and going, where did I go wrong? And listening to, I mean, yes, listen to us, take us with a grain of salt as well. Feel free to actually listen back and go, actually, I don't quite agree with what they said here, or don't agree with that point. I feel like I played this really well. But I feel like the insight is good enough. I used to sit down and watch my games back. Like certain games have a replay function. We used to sit down and, as a group, analyze what we did wrong. And it's a big understanding. It's also a weakness as a player if you can't actually objectively look at what you've done and gone, I made a mistake here. This was not the right tactic. So,
and that's why it looks like Chicken is getting 2-0 very easily. Christoph is easily setting himself up for the top 16 spot and the qualifiers in 3 weeks. And Christoph just getting an easy ticket here. And we're talking about this. Maybe it's clever that Christoph is joining later
there's
on.
a battle plan coming in.
Yeah, battle planning. And, in the beginning, you have to fight very, very high-level players. And now it's much easier to get through, right? Christoph now easily getting his ticket. There's 2 more weekends where people can get in. And then I'm very excited for the qualifiers. The best players will fight each other. There's 16 players, and they all play best of ones against each other.
Counter-offensive though. The battle plan has stopped. It's going to open some gaps, and Chicken's using those.
Little encirclement, yeah.
That was almost the tank division encircled as well.
Oh, Christoph. Come on, man.
Bit off more than he can chew.
Also good, nice equipment for Chicken. He only has 2 K-guns missing. Not too bad.
To quote Darkest Dungeon, overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer. Like this is looking a little bit rougher
now unlocking his entrenchment speed bonuses.
Are we gonna, instead of being Chicken, is it gonna be Chicking, the comeback kid? Like, is that what we're gonna see here? Like,
also 25% planning bonus coming from America. It's so important. Many people forget that when you fight an American in 101, you need to massively put spies on him to make the planning bonus go away, which is currently not the case. Yeah, Chicken's not doing that. This is very high level stuff, but if you fight the US in the smart, put spies on his front line. The 25% planning bonus is massive. But hey, Chicken being alive. Chicken is alive, man. Yeah. Chicken still alive. Maybe not so much in the health pool, but there we go, man. You see, battle planning is scary. Don't do it. But again, he's floating, not researching. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, Chicken's about to get appoint Moti Mati, which is actually going to increase his entrenchment speed and his max entrenchment. So pushing Chicken has just got a lot harder. So I kind of think Christoph's kind of run out of time to take any more territory, really. So if Chicken can play this well, get a few more picks and kills here, there's a good chance that he just takes over and actually could start a counteroffensive.
Oh, almost encirclement. Doc saying spice not high level, bro. I will disagree with you, Doc. How many players actually micro their spice in this situation? You're microing and then you press actually whatever the button is, Shift W, and you actually make sure your spies are not on the capital as they are on the beginning of the game, but actually on the front line. Doc Kellis, you can't deny that. Maybe you do that, but most people don't. That's high level shit, and I disagree with you. It is high level. Especially when you're playing the planning bonus faction USA, which has the 25% planning bonus. How many players go to Stockholm? 8. The top 8. Sometimes, Mitch, I even feel like the final should be best of 7. Just to make
I'd
it
love that.
really freaky with faction picks and stuff. And we're gonna see all the maps, right? We're gonna see all these maps. Yeah, Chicken not doing any research. I'm really sorry to say, but Chicken just is not on the level, it seems like. He's still a bit below that level that everyone else is. Who's qualified so far? I think there is a picture somewhere. Mitch will know.
Yeah, we put a qualified each week message out every week. I can probably grab it. Give me a moment. I will find the girl.
You know
Yeah. I'll send it to you. It's on the Twitter. It's always on Twitter on the Speed 5-1. I'll grab it quickly.
Best of 7 would be a cool idea, man.
Outside of the competition, I always I had a idea of a like a game show mode that you could do with commanders, and essentially you had to. It was like someone would come in as a competitor and they'd play against a different person on each map, and they have to beat all of the air quotes commanders as a thing. So as an idea, so like you'd grab a load of say people just who would be like the 10 is like, okay, this is the boss that you're fighting on this map, this is the boss that you're fighting on this map, and then if they got to the final, like to the end of it, they won a prize. It was one of those things that I had on the drawing board but never made it to fruition yet.
Clever.
But yeah, it was like a cool idea. I'd love to see, because then you'd see all the maps and you'd have to see different tactics each time and different players each time. It'd be so cool.
That's actually a great idea, yeah. I've always been thinking of, because I wanted to be honest that lately I'm not so interested or motivated to have like a big event on my channel, like international or something. I need always something interesting. And I've been thinking a bit of a King of the Hill thing or a 2v2 tournament. I don't want to always do the same thing. I don't want to do another 1-on-1 mod, but 2v2 tournament sounds like something special and different. Cool.
You do what they do in golf, where they team up one celebrity and one really good player.
Oh,
you get a content creator on each team,
Mitch, I'm gonna steal that from you. You know that.
Yeah, do it. Just I'll come along and help you with that.
That's a great idea.
That's why they pay me the bucks. I won't say big bucks. That's why they pay me the bucks for. I am an ideas person. That's all I do.
That'd be a great idea. Imagine like later this year, chat, we have a tournament where you have a pro player and then like a Bokoan, a Feedback Gaming or something.
Yeah.
And then they fucking, that would be funny.
And each team has the content creator on each team picks a charity and they play for charity. You do it like how they do it in golf, and it's up for the pro to kind of go, okay, here's how we do this, here's we do it, and we do it on 2v2s, and yeah, there's a charity prize at the end.
We have cool ideas though. Dankus and Tommy, oh man, me and Habibi, we have 100% win rate in 2v2s, and we beat Golden and Bokoan.
Wow.
That was the most important day of my life.
I mean, by the time the tournament's done, we should also have 3v3 out, so...
Oh, wow, Jesus.
Yeah.
Damn. The mod is doing great. Well, gentlemen, looks like Chicken is getting annihilated here. The capital is about to fall, and Christoph taking an easy 2-0, unlocking a very early World of Warcraft stream here that the view count really cares about.
I had a bit of a notion of it was in the mid, like, so when this game started, it was going to come down to if Chicken could take an advantage. So if he went 4 VPs to 5 out of the 5, say early on, I think his mental would have reset and he would have gotten over some of the mistakes he made. And I thought he was about to do it again when he almost caught the tank division in that encirclement. But Christoph, I feel like just put himself in a better mental game this time round, and he's gonna nab himself a nice 2-0.
It looks like I always like to think about the big issue, and Chicken's issue. He needs to work on these faction picks more, on these mind games before.
That's a 6th division encirclement there that has just been broken out, but it's like one of those things. So these are the sort of mistakes, and there's 5 around Milarovo. Like, this is the mistakes that you should not be making at this level at this point. Like, this looks like game 5 of a best of 5 when everyone's tired sort of level of playing. Like, not game 2 of a best of 3.
Yeah, Chicken will have to work on that, and Christoph getting an easy ticket here into the qualifiers. Looked very, very good, and Christoph just calmly playing it down. And
like, this is
just
Chicken's
Imperial Japanese Navy right? For only 15% special force attack, and now Army of the Isthmus. It was so predictable. We all predicted it. That's something that needs to change for him, probably.
I mean, he is about to get Sizu, and he is now fighting on his core territory, so he is going to be like unpushable at this point. If he can get some decent kills here, like he's trapped a small pocket at the back corner of his map here. If he can start getting some decent kills, maybe kill the tank division, might start breaking Christoph a little bit. He's still got 200 VPs to play with. Like there is a small chance. I'd say a small chance, but yeah, right now he
has full
feels
green
overwhelmed.
equipment. What the hell? His opponent also though. Yeah. I feel like often if you get pushed, if you're actually the losing player, which happens, try to at least inflict a lot of damage to maybe have a comeback open up, maybe.
It's so hard to do though
very hard.
on the US especially, who are like late game gods.
Yeah, I love left side US. If you know how in League of Legends stuff you have a main, my main would be left side USA. I love 12th US Army Group. Love them. So beautiful. Oh god, because I always was a player. I always liked control builds, like in card games. Control, like you don't rush, you try to get to late game. And it looks like USA is a big late gamer. France is a big late gamer, right? Who else is a big late gamer? I always feel Italy is a big late gamer. Italy's ultimate is very late game.
Yep.
I also feel like China is late gamers because you don't lose manpower. You just stand there forever. Who's late gamer on the Axis? Who's late gamer? I mean, Germany is
Panzer
crazy.
Group,
Yeah.
Panzer Group West, and well, actually both sides Germany's are pretty late gamey.
Yeah. And again, I think also Italy. I think your air just becomes unbeatable. Yeah, that's about that. Yeah. The chicken got Rosa, but he's still in the game. He lost another 5. I don't know how chicken is gonna come back. But the problem with chicken is he often just gives up. You see this chat. He hasn't done research in 10 minutes. He gives up too fast. Who is early game then? Right side Italy is mad early game. Who is very early game? Depends on maps. Always depends on maps a lot. Depends on maps. Anything that is medium tanks is not very early game. Man, Call of Duty soundtrack is really good for this stuff. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, Chicken, not the most exciting player to watch. Man, I'm so sorry for shitting on him the whole time. I'm gonna stop that now. He has a great future ahead of him. He has still a lot to prove to us, and he will. But not today. Hungary is also, I think, a late gamers, because it's a medium tank build. Anything with tanks is scaling good mid to late game. What's the ultimate again for the homeland?
Yeah, that is it's because it's a monthly drop of a lot of resources.
I would argue, I think you're about to say it's late game. I don't think that's late game because a good player is already green anyway, and they're all green on equipment.
I would say that is a what's it called? It's an ultimate that scales, but it's also one of those ones that scales when you're on the back foot. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's late game. I think it's a recovery stat almost.
Romania though with the Antonescu, 10% orc, 15 recovery, 10 attack. Mamma mia, that's strong. Romania really, really strong. But forces you really into tanks. But also has a crazy artillery bonus. Man, Romania is so versatile. You have so many. You even have a special forces multiplier. You have a mountaineer bonus. Bro, Romania is insane. Why is someone playing Romania? Even urban assault specialist could be so good on Narvik. Oh man, I'm falling off for Romania right now. Romania looks so good. Superior firepower even. Damn.
Yeah, Romania is pretty strong.
Yeah, I will be a USA Romania player. That would be my 2 mains. What would be your mains, Mitch? What would be your mains?
Oh, I think
you're in a clan and they only hired you because of your skills in that faction.
Okay, so for allies, I think I'm Commonwealth 8th Army.
Because it's so versatile, or?
I think it. Well, I think it's also because it focuses, like a lot of its focus is about air and navy, and that tends to be where I'm better. And like it's kind of like no-brain infantry compared to like I'm not a tank micro. I'm not one of those things. So I think it would play more to my strength to have other options open to me. And then on the Axis, I'm predicting you are okay. I'm predicted. Axis, I'm gonna go off, and I'm actually gonna say Army of the Poe. I'm not gonna. Honestly, just because it's like one of those things of for ages and ages, I was saying nobody picks this, but I think that they should. I feel like the trucks could be quite good, and now we're seeing it more. I feel validated, so I'm gonna say that. Although I'd get clapped every single time I picked it, but I'd honorably keep picking it.
I'd like to ask Simos why he's starting a bet right now, whereas the game's almost over. That's a bit weird. Semops is just giving away points. Who paid you, Semops? Okay, now I'm very pro chicken, man. What the hell is that bet? This fucking guy. And if chicken will just take researches, man.
Yeah, I feel like he's definitely been steered away. And the thing is, he's stabilized the front line now. Imagine if he had kept up with the research, kept up with some of the bonuses, he might actually be in with a chance again. But he's kind of thrown it a little bit.
It's also 30 minutes. I'm not turning that off. Fuck that prediction. No. Get started. How do I cancel that?
I love this because I can actually hear in Seamop's voice, like he's going, "Oh no, chicken man, this is not good," you know. Like I can hear Seamop's like screaming at chicken at all the mistakes
Come
he's
on,
making.
what is that? That's 3 points. No. Seamop's probably high on beer again, man. Yeah, you know, guys, I'm just playing a game on the side, and I was just looking real quick, yeah.
And there we go. There's the game.
GG. That was my impression of Seamop's, by the way. Christoph taking an easy 2-0, man. GG. And Christoph going. Also, let's take a look at this here, chat. That is the currently qualified people, man. Dog Kellis from China. Segel, very good player. Dankus. Wolfram was very nice. Nave. Marcel. Player, I remember him. I don't remember Kat. Silas and Zed, yeah. And now adding Christoph and Mohammed. A lot of diverse nations. It's very cool. Thank you, Sweaty Noodle.
It's almost like it's a world championships.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. GG. Let's talk to the boys real quick.
It was that you banned Hungary, right? If I went Hungary, I would be at the most captive.
Yeah, exactly. I banned Hungary because I thought that will make you think that I'm gonna go the Soviets, and I didn't go the Soviets, and you did the fucking anti-tank Soviet rush.
Yeah.
Ta-da! Outsmart!
Well, GG boys. Christoph is now in the qualifiers 2-0ing Chicken Little. As always, we want to first interview after the knockout Daniel Cormier. Chicken Little, how are you feeling? What do you think could have happened better for you, and what do you think you have to improve in the future?
The first game, I was ultra nervous. My build was kind of iffy because I didn't do light tanks. I just forgot about them. I was just, you know. And I think, I don't know. I think I lost to my nervosity, not my ability to play the game, you know. Like, I was just nervous. So. Yeah,
it often seems like you shouldn't work on macro and meta. You should work on nervosity, and then you're gonna make a big jump forward, it seems.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
You should go to your teacher in school and say, I want to do public speaking the whole time. and you know. But hey, Christoph, taking it to the top 16. Christoph, the boy, the legend. How are you feeling right now, man?
Yeah, amazing. Honestly, I was so stressed before the game. I was shaking, in fact. And I'm really glad that it turned out this way.
But it's so nice to hear that you actually show emotions and show that a lot of these players are nervous, and this is something, chat, you don't understand. When these players play in front of 1,000 people, it's pretty heavy, man. You get ultra shaky, man. And Christoph went through. Congratulations. And see you in the qualifiers. And that, gentleman, concludes this weekend's qualifiers. We have 2 more weekends of this. Great games today. And as always, I want to give the final words to the one and only, the face and beauty of the Soul Endeavor, Midgeman.
I'm honored that you said such kind words, but yes, normally this is where I'd plug the fucking tickets, but you know, that ship sailed. You know, you could have been one of those awesome people that bought a ticket to an event that now no longer has tickets. Anyway, but yes, if you need any more information about that, just as a note, I as much as I joke, I know it's going to be a I know we're devastated. I know that some people might be struggling. If you reach out to us at info@speed5.gg, we might be able to. We'll definitely, obviously, reimburse your tickets, but let us know if there's any issues and etc. We'll see what we can do to help. And again, it's forces beyond our control at this point. But other than that, on lighter news, on happier news, the mod was updated this week. There is new maps out, so go definitely try those out. Come join the mod Discord at discord.gg/Hoi4Commanders. Come get involved with the mod. Download the mod. It's on the Steam Workshop and on Paradox Mods. You can get it both everywhere. And sick man. See you next week.
GG, see you next week. And that was that. Very fun. I really enjoyed this, man. I think it's the perfect... 2 best of 3s is perfect. I want to see the new map. I want to see that new map. They never pick at these pussies, man. They gotta pick these maps. Oh, man. That looks like a cancer map. Oh, my God. But I will pick that. If I was a competitor, I'm like, yeah, we're playing South America, fucker. And I like prepared some dumbass build. Oh, damn. Look at that map. Oh, mountains, forest, hills, rivers. Oh, Lord. Supply apps are cool, though? Oh, man. What an interesting map. You would probably only fight here. Looks very strong on tanks, does it? No. Oh, interesting fucking map, dude. Interesting. I kind of want to play one-on-ones myself, but I need to be ready for it, because I know you guys, all these tryhards, will try super hard to fuck with me. We checked the Balkan before. I'm pretty sure we did. We can check again. You know what's more interesting? WoW? Yeah, we're playing World of Warcraft in a sec. Today is the day. We're kicking World of Warcraft off the board. Tomorrow, no more WoW chat. It is happening. Yeah, no one is picking this stuff, man. Oh, my fucking throat. Blah. Oh, that map is... Man, the problem is I never seen a single game on this map. I see a lot of... I don't feel tanks on this. But maybe I do. Fuck. The maps are so well designed. I will have no clue what I will do here, man. Man, I really want to play one-on-ones. Show the microman, you know? Bam, 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 boom, S, boom, pew, 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 okay.